This is coming at you today with a VeVe OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that thanks button down below. Super chats as well. So I have a, what do you call it? My voice is still a little rocky. Been resting it all day. Also, my back still hurts. Like, for those of you, oh God, dropped my phone. But it's okay. I caught it. For those of you that missed it, I had a pretty fun and exciting weekend at Designacon, but there was also one thing that happened to be a little bad. I'll turn the volume down because there was singing in the background, but there was a, oh, no, that's me in taps. Okay, so here is me and the, this is also why my back hurts. See somebody singing, and then you see me right there, and then, oh God, face plant. So it does look like VeVe Fanbam had pushed me. She didn't, I don't think. This did not help my back at the end of the day. So I decided to go into, take the week off the gym. I have to travel this weekend again anyway. And then next week. So what I had mentioned on Twitter before is I have 3 podcasts this week. I have one with Brock and Blockchain tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have one with Amar Singh on Saturday. He's going to be talking about utility. Basically, that they have their platform finally launching. Link to the Discord down below. If you're in the first, I think 500 people and the first 1,000 people, you got 2 free NFTs. And then if you're in the first 10,000 people, you'll get another free NFT again in that platform. And there's only like 6,000 people there, so you still have time. You want to go and get that free NFT. They'll give that at a later date after it launches. Let me see how many people in there now. I haven't really checked it much today. That's at, oh, okay, 7,500 people. So yeah, again, this is happening really just on the heels of us saying, hey, the utility Discord is dropped. Utility platform is coming out next month. We will have Winks to start. There are, I think, CryptoPunks. There are World of Women. There are, oh, okay, so there's so many other things and amazing partnerships that utility has already before it even dropped. And obviously because Amar Singh's heading it, it is a very good. You don't just have random people joining in there. You have a ton of really awesome, amazing companies that are, you know, kind of big names in the industry also partnering. And then you're going to have some of the VeVe fam in there too. You know, I'm an ambassador, Last Girl Lunch, you know, Brittany is, Eva from VeeVeVerse. There's just a ton of other people. As far as VeVe goes, let me see what I titled this video today. I haven't, see what we're talking about this evening. Okay, 9 p.m. total. Okay, so the OMI utility, I mentioned it in the last video that I had, or before I get into that, on next Tuesday, if you did not watch my video before, or if you're not on Twitter, I will be having Alfred Arkan on the podcast, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a week from tomorrow. So that'll be next week, next Tuesday. I'll be home. I'll be rested that day, and then it's going to be wild. I haven't typically I don't do any podcasts where I prepare for them, but this one I think I might have to a little bit. I got a couple things that I want to maybe try. I mean, definitely you don't. Maybe I'll do it with Brock tomorrow, or maybe I'll do it with Amar, because you don't want to go and try something new on someone that big. So I'll keep you all posted on that. Comment down below. If you have any interesting questions, let me know, and I'll, you know, if they're really good, maybe I'll throw it in there. All right, so the OMI utility. I did run into Puddin' Cheeks this week, and Puddin' Cheeks, who happened to be there that weekend, shout out to him for just being, for traveling, amazing guy, and obviously putting his heart and soul into OUP. These progress bars for that will update probably about once a month, give or take. It did go low end of October, early November, so we're probably going to see an update with that in like 2 weeks maybe. Oh wow, it's November 21st already. Wow, it's already late in the month. So I'd say give it another 2 weeks, you know, week and a half, and you'll see that go. The progress bars change. Obviously, I don't really expect anything to happen this week. It is Thanksgiving weekend, so there's probably not going to be anything crazy. I really have to check with them more and make sure that that's good. And then by December, I would say that we'll see something. I'm going to try to go live with Brittany, Last Lunch with Brittany, because her birthday is next month. So I'm going to see if she wants to do something that weekend, and then we'll go live doing the updates, add some of that stuff together. And then we have, let's see what else we got. All right, so the OMI utility, when we're taking a look at, I don't even want to talk about Ready Player Me yet. Ready Player Me is obviously the, let me look at the Webster's definition of that, or let me look at the exact Google. I don't know, does it have Wikipedia? What's the company? Founded in 2014. Decent. All right. Ready Player Me has about 33,000 followers over on the Twitter. Decentralized and interoperability are at the core of our vision at Ready Player Me. Watch the full talk from Slush HQ. So there's Slush, and we had partnered with them earlier this weekend. I don't know if there's any. I don't know if they did an announcement on it at Twitter at all, because these are all from just a day ago. And I'm looking at it, and I don't see any. And again, these are for the avatars, and I don't see anything involving Akomi or VeVe. I think they did do stuff for Meta. It's a profile pic made via the platform tools for your avatars with a ton of Meta utility. So you're gonna be able to go and take those guys and put them into Meta. You'll be able to put them into VeVe. But the OMI utility is not really about that yet. I mean, the VeVeVerse will have its own OUP. That'll have its own OMI utility. What that's going to be is going to be anyone's guess. What I wanted to talk about was this game that we had over the weekend. Let me see if I can find it on the Twitter real quick. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm pretty sure it's either there or Dan Lee has it. Actually, no, I have the video myself. I can just go and take a look at that. It was shown on Saturday, but it wasn't actually announced what it was until Sunday. So you get these. Let me darken that for you a little bit. So you get to play as this girl. It looks very, very anime because you have a girl with light skin, like pink hair, blue eyes. So that is typically what you have a lot of animes in Asia. They really value the whiter skin, the crazy colored hair. It's crazy the skin lightening or skin whitening business in Asia is a multi-billion-dollar a year business. People want to pay for that lighter skin, which as a darker man skin, I completely understand. But yeah, I thought this was really interesting. This will not just be a random TD 2D side scroller hack and slash, although it will, and I'm very excited. I love those, whether it's Kirby, whether it's Mario, what Super Smash Brothers, whatever you want to call it. This is what that is, but it's also a play to earn and play to burn game. Tengoku Senso, that's what it is. So that's something I'm very, very bullish on. We don't have any details. I know it's going to be either on Mac or PC or both. It's not going to be on, I don't think it's going to be available on your phone. I'm really hoping I can get it on my tablet so I can just play that way. I would probably be playing every single day. I'd be playing every single day. I'd probably do tournaments with that. I have played Epico Regal. That's fun. Obviously, I go and fight people every now and then in Feesh, which, by the way, there's some updates we have from Brock. I was gonna put it in tomorrow's video, but I'll do it right now as well. Brock says people in the Feesh chords keep saying "do not ask" or even appreciating it. Sometimes it's weird, like "stay weird" top right. And the "do not ask," he's abbreviating it, so it's going to say NDA, or I'm sorry, not NDA, DNA, and you actually see a DNA strand in that. So you have a Feesh that looks like it's going to go into a blender. The DNA comes out of it, and it says 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not 100%. All right, Feesh goes to blender, and you get the DNA, like the food. You put it into something like, and it comes out as one of 4 things. So if we're going to do this like a Pokemon, maybe you have to burn or sacrifice a Feesh. You get the DNA, and then your other Feesh can learn 1, 2, 3, or 4 moves. Alex Gonzalez says, "Well, you haven't hit the gym in like a year." Be advised, that is not the real Alex Gonzalez. That is a fake. That is a fake channel. I've gotten my stuff slapped around many times or just once from that particular thing. So we're gonna go and report that. Just because, and again, just because, not that that person had said anything wrong. It's just that that person has been impersonating Alex for quite a while. I report it all the time under his tutelage, under Alex's guidance to say report that. So I have, yeah. Anyway, moving on. People in Feesh Quarter keep saying that, and he's making a DNA. So if you have one of four things, I think Pokemon. Okay, maybe if you burn a Feesh, you can teach your other Feesh one of four special moves. Or you put a Feesh into a blender. I mean, Brock has said something about DNA, and each one has its own particular thing. Maybe you could burn a Feesh and get one in the VeVeVerse, and you could get a skin or something, because the Feesh that I saw in the VeVeVerse was not like any other Feesh that I have seen in here. It was not like any other Feesh that I've seen that anyone else has minted. It's been in a mech suit. It was just a giant flying Feesh that was on a pole, and I'm not 100% sure what that means. Maybe you could ride it into battle. Um, Brock did say that Feeshes were partnered with Akomi, and he made this thing saying not VeVe, but Akomi. But here's why I think that is interesting. Because Mumbot also has a partnership with Akomi, and depending on pretty much the timeline of when you signed something with Akomi, was a you can be on VeVe if you had a partnership with either Akomi or VeVe. And Mumbot, I really wish she would have had a drop this weekend, because I love her. I didn't actually see her this weekend, but I had a I met her last year. She's just a great, amazing person. I've talked to her on Spaces. I've been trying to get her on the podcast, but she's extraordinarily busy. Um, you have a she didn't have a drop this weekend. They'll have a drop for her hopefully in the next couple months. But she has a partnership with the Comey, and she's gonna have stuff on VeVe. Brock McBlockchain of Feeshes has a partnership with the Comey, but when he said that, I thought it was specifically because he would get a that's how he was able to use the OMI token in his game. But you don't need to have a partnership with a Comey to use the OMI token. Toshimon, which I've been doing some degen stuff with. Toshimon is going to be using OMI at some point, and they don't have an agreement with a Comey or VeVe, because again, you could use OMI for whatever you want, so you don't need a partnership with a Comey to be on VeVe, or you don't need a partnership with Comey to use the OMI token. So why else would Brock need that? I was thinking is because he might need that because you're gonna have Myrmicornos and you're gonna have Marvel Mighties in his Feesh mech suits. So I think that might be why you need it. But at the same time, if that, when they do are interoperable, they are your NFTs, and you could be able to do whatever you want with them. So maybe there's a small chance, and I'll try to maybe ask him tomorrow about it. It's possible that we see Feesh. It's possible that we see them on VeVe, because they are in there's so many different things. That's one out of the four things it could be. It could be him using the OMI token. It could be him using some of their NFTs. It could be the agreement could be him taking the Feesh and putting him in the VeVeVerse, which again, I don't think you need that, because I don't think Bored Apes, because you're going to be able to go and bring Bored Apes, those NFTs in the VeVeVerse. I don't think Bored Apes has a partnership with VeVe. And the only other thing that I could think of is that if Feesh would be on VeVe at some point. So those are again the four things that I can attribute that to, and I'll ask him about that at some point. Who's calling me? I don't know who you are. That was the news from Brock. So there's some other thing. I'll actually message the Brock stuff tomorrow. In other news, we had Eminem post out on Instagram saying, like Spider-Man crawling upside a wall, quote, honored to be on the official variant of The Amazing Spider-Man 2022, drops tomorrow on shop.eminem.com. So that was Eminem. Let me go and search that on the Instagram real quick. I don't think he follows anyone on Eminem either, or on his on the Instagram page. No, he follows 0 people, but he has 37 million followers. And the fact that he's able to go and go and be on that was really cool. This reminds me of the time where somebody had asked President Barack Obama what his favorite superhero was, or who it was, and he said, "Yeah, probably Spider-Man." And I was like, that's awesome. Maxwell, thank you so much for the super chat saying beer money will hit 50 million OMI on Wednesday. Get the fudge out of here, dude, my man. Congrats. I have 149 now. I'm gonna sell one of my other VeVe logos. I'm trying right now. It is the lowest on there, so if you want a VeVe logo, by all means, go and grab that. Once I get that, probably 2K out of that will go, and I'll get my million OMI, or I'll reach 150, if that sells, and we stay down here, which I assume we will. But currently, I'm not sure if I have. Oh no, I do have the floor. I'm at 3550, right? So I have the floor at 3,550. The next floor after that is someone named B Beats that has it for $37.99, so pretty much $800, $3,800. So mine is $250 less than the next one. So I'm just throwing that out there. If anyone wants to buy it, because I need more funds, I need more OMI. And if that does happen, I will get over that 150 million OMI. Thank God. That this grind, this last like 5 to 10 million OMI has been, I think, the hardest thing ever. That has been the hardest thing ever. Just keeping y'all posted with that. Moving on, outside of Eminem, there should be. I've talking for about 16 minutes, so I won't go too much with it. The other one is, I guess, the thumbnail. A lot of deals that I've seen here. So I did sell a couple of smaller things, and I have well over 50 sets now. I was just at 50 the other day. There's a lot of the stuff at Designacon that was stupid cheap. Like all right, so let's say let's go with Allison Bamcat, right? So Allison Bamcat has there's only 666 of these Clemens, yeah, claim on things, and you could buy one for $45, or you could go into the market and get one for $28.50, and it's just one is one set. So it's super scarce at 666, which means that it's 576 because the first because the first 40 and then another 50 are kept, and it's what is that, an ultra rare? Yeah, it's an ultra rare, and it's a full set by itself. Something else that I had gotten recently that was some of that. If we're talking about super cheap sets that y'all want, I think the cheapest is the baseball. Yeah, it's the baseball Take Me Out to the Ball Game stamp. That is, it's got to be like what, $20. It's 17 gems, and it's a rare, but it's the cheapest thing out there for a set. So right there between 28 and then 17, so you're looking at $45 for two sets. Stupid cheap. There's a couple of other ones that I saw as well on the Designacon ones. Let's see if I have any. Yeah, that I can go and take a look at for y'all. Oh yeah, the Camille Rose Garcia. This one. This was from, I think, last year's Comic-Con or Designacon, but $29 for the set. And again, it's a rare and it's a set. So let's say that would have been $74 for three sets, for those three. There are some other ones that are a little more expensive. The Brian VeVeVerse one is over 100. I think the Boo the Cat is over 100. Camille Rose Garcia is a bit over 100. So there are other ones that are a bit more expensive, but there's so many that's stupid cheap. And there's one which if you have the extra funds and if you want to do a quick flip, what I'm thinking is, if you take a look at the self-made, the Brett Crawford, I've said this multiple times, and again, as you can tell, I do not have one. So I'm not trying to do a pump and dump, I'm not trying to do a thing. But the one, it's $594 right now, the floor. And that physical one that's 5 feet is probably going to go for $80,000. And I feel like once that happens, I'll say, oh, if I can't have this one, let me get some of the digital ones. How do you fill the hole in your heart? you fill it with the stuff that there's not a lot of. That's very cheap. Again, if you're willing to spend almost six figures on the top one, and you can't get it, spend a super small fraction of that. Spend like 2% of that and get three of these. So and many people I think will do that at some point. The floor seems thin right now, but there's not a lot. And it does look like some of these are bots. Inferno 15. Oh no, he's not a bot. Never mind. If you have, 13 sets, 130 collect, I don't think you're a bot at that point. I think you probably would have probably would have sold a bunch of stuff into one account and sold it off already. But yeah, it just goes to show that there's a lot of different things. Oh, this one as well, Roji. This Roji guy, 55 gems, and it's there's only 650 of them, which means there's only 560. And Roji, if I go to him, if I go to the, where is it? Let me go to the popular brands here. And if I look at the popular brands from him, I should be able to see. Yeah, there's 91 on sale, and he's $39, $40. So you could have gotten, let's say, 74 and 40. So you could have gotten 4 sets for 114. And I saw someone mention the Chimichanga truck. I think, yeah, that's probably fairly cheap as well. So let's take a look at this. Oh my God, that's $17 for one of those? Oh my God, that is very cheap. That's $17 for one. And that's a Mighty too. Like that's a Marvel Mighty. That's not just like a, okay, and this, well, the stamp, how many of the stamps were there? Oh, there's only, all right, there's 7,123 of the stamps. Oh, I get it. 7th inning stretch. 1, 2, 3 streaks strike, you're out. 3 strikes are out. Okay, I get why they did that. But the Marvel Mighty truck, that's got to be the cheapest Mighty, right? Or the cheapest that you'd pay for a full set. There's plenty of Mighties that are like $3, which is stupid. So you get a full set, $17. All right, let me see what the Captain Carter is, because the Captain Carter is the only other one where you have one. 6,000 of those. That's $35. That's also not bad. I only have one of her. But I have 2 of the Deadpool trucks already. What I have been doing though, I've been outside of the Lady Deadpools. I took a look at a couple of the cheaper ones in the Black Panther one. So you have Queen Ramonda, which is, this is the scarcest. The Black Panther ones are the scarcest commons that we've seen. This is the scarcest set. 4,200 of her, and it's $3.19 for 4,200. Now, if we take a look at the Eternals, which nobody likes, I have this whole set. Zero people like the Eternals. I like them. Outside of me, there's not too many. But let's go with Icarus. Icarus is a common, and he's $5. So he is almost $2 more than Queen Ramonda, and there are, oh my God, there's 18,000 of him. So what is 18,000? Let's do divided by 6. That's 3,000. So there is over 4 times more. What was it? What did I say? 4,200? Yeah, there are over 4 times more of Icarus than there are of Queen Ramonda, and Icarus is more expensive. So yeah, Icarus is super cheap, and you don't really, yeah, you could totally stack him if you want. There's clearly going to be a ton of him. Same thing with Cersei. There's 18,000 of her, and she's what, $4. So if I'm going to stack something, I would want to stack either Queen Ramonda, that has 4,200 of her, get her for $319. I would either want to stack M'Baku, which I think is pretty popular, but $475, so a little bit more expensive. But same thing, 4,200. But then there's Nakia. Nakia only has 3,200 of her, and is $4. So that I thought she was pretty interesting as well, because there's less of her. At 3,200, she's an uncommon. I think she's the only. Okoye's got an uncommon as well. But she's a little bit more well known. She's $5, even though there's 3,200 of her. She's $5. I just kept getting her in the blind box. Riri Williams, yes, rarer at 2,500, but she's $12.20. Like she's going to be more popular. She's going to have a whole series. And then obviously Namor has been hovering between 230 and 250. Actually surpassed that now at 259. So that's really, really interesting. And and some of the sub 100s have been bought from Namor as well. So it didn't make sense when this was like 240, 250, and then the sub 100 was like 279. Now the cheapest sub 100 has gone up $60 to almost $70, $69. I'm coming nice envelope to $347, $68, but I gave it a little thing. So this is still, I think, undervalued, the sub 100s, but I will say that we know there's probably going to be a drop off after that particular. There is going to be a drop off after that airdrop, and I promise I'll stop talking and I'll get to questions. But that airdrop, we did not see Marvel Mighties, or we did not see any Disney NFTs in that particular in the VeVeVerse demo. We saw, like I said, Feesh. We saw the Battlecock statue. We saw the Flying DeLoreans. We saw a whole bunch of different things. So the VeVe golden logo, but we did not see any like really major licensors. Like, why? Either one of two. I think one of two reasons. Either because it's a hi Bun. Oh my god, hello, little Bun. You want to say hi? Okay, no, you hop away. Okay, sorry. There was a bunny outside my door. Either because, hey, you're at Designacon, and well, what was there? I mean, there was a lot of things from Designacon, which made sense. Because if you go to Designacon and you're showing off, the VeVeVerse, you want to have some stuff in the place that that you're hosting. You don't want to go and just have all this crazy IP, because that might make the artists there, feel a certain type of way. Oh, you're coming to my home, you're coming to my con, Designacon, but you're not showing off any Designacon NFTs. And that's the other thing that I don't think I've actually mentioned, was that last year when me and Taps and everyone went to Designacon, I think we were the only project there that had NFTs. We were the only digital collectibles thing. And then when we get there this year, we were like one of 7 different things that were at Designacon, including VeeFriends. VeeFriends was there, and I'm very, 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 very bullish on VeeFriends. That is one of the things that I would say that's probably number 2 in competition with. And again, that's not really their own platform. They're on OpenSea and they're on whatever. But actually, let's see. Where am I at here? Okay, hold on. VeeFriends. And then I'm gonna so OpenSea. I'll put it. Okay, no. VeeFriends floor price. If I go to the VeeFriends collection, yeah. Okay, so 5.8 ETH looks like it's the floor. This is something that I'm I'm extraordinarily bullish on. Not because I think that again, it doesn't have its own like platform. It is on OpenSea. I think eventually it's possible that either Gary Vee makes his own platform, or VeVe licenses out the market to Gary Vaynerchuk, saying, hey, you can list your stuff here. We're going to take a percentage, but you can list your stuff here, because as regulation comes through, by the end of the decade or within the next 5 years, your OpenSea is either going to have to adapt or they're going to die, and you're not going to have these people there. It's not. I don't think it's going to survive, because people are going to have to KYC, and a lot of the people there are like, okay, well, the KYC still on this platform that is known for having a lot of scams. They might want to go, and if they're going to have to KYC, why not KYC with VeVe? I think that's the particular reason why he would come to us, at least just for the market. I'm not saying he would release any VeeFriends on VeVe. I don't think he would. I think it's just him saying, hey, we need a safer place to do business to buy and sell those NFTs. I think that's what he would want, if he were to do that at all. But again, being one out of 7 of us of these NFT platforms, I'm very, very bullish on. Like collecting is going the way digital. I think they complement each other really well. I'm not saying digital will take over physical. I know it's been 30 minutes, so this one last thought. The only other reason why I would say that Marvel and Disney were not in the VeVeVerse is because I think that it's possible they go and say, like, there might be different ones. Hey, this is the one we're releasing at Designacon. Maybe there's another VeVeVerse that they're going to release at D23 next year, in September. Saying like, oh, hey, by the way, come here, and this is what you can do with your NFTs, both VeVe and Marvel. So I think that's possible. Anyway, I will get to comments right now. I know I've been talking for 30 minutes. I apologize. Justin says, bought OMI today at 0.00073. Nice. Yeah, I'm at 149 million. I'll try to get to 150 next week if I can sell that VeVe logo, and then if I can go and not only take that VeVe logo and sell it and transfer it out. Hopefully that happens by next week. Nomad Wood Guitar says, yo. William Peartree says, yo. JB, does anyone know how to buy Go token? Actually don't. I actually think either a friend bought it for me, or I just bought some from somebody. They transferred it. I really don't know how to buy it though. Oh, Justin says he can send you some Go. Oh, very good. Justin being a particular, amazingly good person for the community. MBZ says, what's up, Randy? What's up, MBZ? How you doing? Willow Kid says, yo, yo, what's up, Randy? Hi, guys. MBZ says, did Dan and David drink? When we were at lunch, David did not drink. He got like a virgin margarita, or he got like a virgin, and so did Gary. They both had to work. Like David had a meeting right after the lunch was over, and Gary I think had to work as well. So he didn't drink there. I hope that David drank at the after parties. He deserves it. Dan, I'm sure did. Did I see them? I did not. But I'm sure he did, just because a party. He's a tank. So I'm sure he has. Willow Kid says, gang gang. Gabriel Jones says, watch that clip of you falling at the bar several times. Hope you're okay. It's all right. My face broke my fall, so I'm quite all right. My back hurts. It's weird. I landed on my face, but I hurt my back. The body is so strange sometimes. Darth Chaos says, hello there. General Darth Chaos. Just says, when con? Tuesday, friends. Next Tuesday, not tomorrow. A week from tomorrow. Spartan 11 says, hi, Randy. Hi, Spartan. Inferno says, howdy. Howdy. Also, I promised my friend Kim that I would mention something. She's a veteran like me. She happened to have a little bit of a worse time. All right, before I get to that, Lincoln Design, I assume there's going to be an airdrop if you buy the two, because they says you're going to want to have both. That's one last thing I had to mention. Kim had mentioned, this was at Miami Airport. This was not anything that I think the whole airport is responsible for. It was really just this one person that I think was at TSA. Kim, my friend Kim happened to be, her hearing got worse and worse over the years, from the military or whatever, so she's deaf now. They told her to, like, hey, you should wear like a shirt that says I'm deaf. Basically, she was screamed at by like this guy that was working for Miami Airport. Did all avenues, was told and contacted media, no avail, as it wasn't newsworthy to them. Civil rights lawyers who are afraid to take on the government said it wasn't monetarily worthy enough. So I just told her I would say that Miami Airport, or at least that one person at Miami Airport, was not being kind to veterans. That is not Miami Airport as a whole, just that one person. Anywho, man, people are still in Anaheim today. I guess people went to Disney today. People went to do a lot of things. Jim Cramer says, Disney, pay 98 if you can. That will be nothing versus where it goes. Whenever mine and Jim Cramer's thoughts align, I always think that, what am I doing wrong? Because Jim Cramer's almost always wrong. Puddin' Cheek says, well, now he put the Cramer voodoo hex on Disney. And Brock McBlockchain says, VeVe means voodoo. Yeah, this is, I don't want to say it's unfortunate, but again, because Jim Cramer's always wrong. Why am I so bullish on Disney? Because you have the CEO, Bob Chapek. I mentioned in a video before. Or he came back. Or I'm sorry, he left. Bob Iger came back. Chapek's out. And, there's a lot of fires that you have to put out. I personally think that Bob Iger coming back as CEO is going to be a net positive for VeVe. Uh, because if I was him, yes, you have to work on all of the things that you don't want to work on because that's what's needed. But the things that you want to work on, you're going to work on them. And what are you going to want to work on? Well, you're going to want to take a look at the profit and loss. You're going to want to take a look at the balance sheet. And you want to say, okay, which one, let's say Disney's losing $2.5 billion on the combination between, ESPN, Hulu, Disney Plus, etc. I think Disney Plus is uh, a lot more is coming to Disney Plus, but they're spending a lot of money. But I see reasons for that. I see it's because like why does Amazon make these crazy TV shows that nobody watches, but it gets all these awards every year? They're doing that just so they can stack up a lot of stuff. Like why did Mila Kunis go and do like a hack and slash horror movie? Not because she thought it would get her any awards or anything, but because she could go that could go on her resume. When places like Amazon or Apple, whatever, they make these. I've never seen any of them, but when they make these TV shows that are good enough to get these awards, then it just is a notch under their belt. So when you have someone like like Disney going and losing money on Disney Plus, and again, it's not just Disney Plus, it's Hulu and it's ESPN, it's a bunch of things. But they're doing that because they're going to have a bunch of amazing shows to show that they can, and it is still a revenue stream. I don't know how many hundreds of millions they get each month because of that. But if that's a necessary evil and they have to lose money in that particular area, well, where can you make it up? Well, it seems like in this particular region, oh God, sorry, I'm stretching, area, Marvel and Disney NFTs are doing very, very well. Now, granted, Marvel is technically its own entity, but the profit share, I don't know how that profit share is broken down with how much of that does go to the parent company, does go to Disney. But they do have I think, a vested interest in being able to go and say, oh, yeah, we're going to go and double down on the stuff that's making us money. If they double down on the stuff that's making us money or making them money, I would have to say Marvel Mighties, Disney NFTs, Pixar, and all the things that have yet come to pass. Like, where's Tarzan? Where's Monsters? Oh, we do have a Monsters Inc., right? We do have a Mike Wazowski. Yeah, where's Sully? Like, especially when you have things like Disney's Mirrorverse. I think Disney Arena did okay. I mean, I played it. I played Disney Arena. Most of my friends that love Disney did not play it. Okay, well, what did they do wrong? Whatever they did wrong, I think because it was gated. Eventually, you ran out of points to play the game. Um, I don't know exactly what they're doing with Disneyverse. I heard a little bit about it, and then the Disney's Mirrorverse, I haven't heard about since. So again, clearly they're not too good at making video games. If you have someone like VeVe that has been holding their hand through these things, and again on VeVe Magic's channel when she interviewed David talking about his Disney experience and how Disney doesn't do that for anyone, but they did it for David. When when I could tell that I could tell this particular um, story that David told me at lunch. He doesn't just talk to like the 80th executive in line at Disney. No, he's talking within like the top 10 and top 5 executives at like right there. Um, so this is not the relationship is very, very deep. The relationship is very, very intimate, and again, am I Obi-Wan talking to the Naboo, the head gun? You and the Naboo form a symbiont circle. What happens to one affects the other. You must understand this. Not that what happens to Disney automatically happens to VeVe, but what is good for VeVe is good for Disney. That symbiotic relationship is something that I'm thankful to have with some friends that I have. I'm thankful to have with some people in areas of my life, but you could not ask for a better partnership. You could not ask for a better one. Um, yeah. Moving on. Blah, blah, blah. Darth Chaos. Straight fire. William Peartree says, you, Randy. Yo, what up? Okay, it says, don't ask him the same questions everyone else has. I haven't. So the unfortunate thing about this is that I haven't listened to Comics and Crypto's first video. I think their second video will come out because they did an hour interview with Alcon as well, and they're doing it in 3 parts. So the first part is already out. The second part is not out yet, but that should be out this week. I will do my interview, I think, before their third part comes out. So I guess I could ask them like, hey, what questions did you ask? So this way I know not to ask that. But honestly, in general, I he can come on right now. Oh my God, Al, and I can just be asked, and we can go back and forth. The only research that I did say that I really did want to do is kind of say, yeah, I guess what other questions have been asked by other people, and then I guess how is other companies could possibly include VeVe. That I don't think they can. As other companies are, I think one's like a medical thing, one's like something else. I was like, all right, but yeah, I mean, it's my interview, so it's gonna whatever I feel is good at the time. I don't want to. Again, I only have them, I think, for an hour. So if I go and I decide to say, if I prepare, let's say like 5 questions, and then in like the second one, his response that triggers an ultimate question for me, like, oh, I got to save this in my head while I ask these 3. I don't want to do that. I want to go and just have the conversation be pretty fluid and be pretty natural, like it always is. I don't want to be able to go and I don't want to go and have it so crazy structured. That's just not how I do it. But generally the questions that I ask are usually stuff like, oh, I didn't, not that I'm like the best interviewer in the world. I'm not, but it's just that my mind is usually like way out in left field in general. So most likely the questions that would pop in my head probably would not have been asked before. Even though I would love to ask, I would love to ask certain things. Willow Kid says, can't wait to bring my Gutter Cat Gang and Crypto Cannabis Club NFTs in VeVeVerse. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I want to see what Gutter Cat stuff looks like. Death Cat says, ask him the real stuff. If you could dye your hair any color, what would no, I don't know. I mean, what's the real stuff? I mean, I do want to go and give him the opportunity to, yeah, for my thing, like, what haven't you been asked before? And I do have one question in mind that I'm really curious about. I won't say what it is, but I'm very curious to see, where that goes, because he's bound to have amazing stories. Big Money Fuentes says, I got some alpha from David and Dan. Holders of Batman Black and White sets will be rewarded. Let's go. Yes, I'm sure they will. I'm almost positive they will. David on the Dagobah outpost says, yo, what up? Just says he's topped out on Pokemon questions as of now, I assume, yes. William Parrish says, did anyone ask during Decon what was the limit of the simultaneous users in the VeVeVerse? Ooh, that's a good question. No. Next time David heads on the podcast, I'll ask him. Because that is a good question. Write that down. Well, not write it down. I love how, like, nowadays, let me write that down. Just means take a picture of it. Ooh, Jeremy Pador just tweeted. Alright, so Elon Musk tweeted saying, holding off on relaunching of Blue Verified until there's high confidence of stopping impersonation. We'll probably use different color check for organizations and individuals. Jeremy Pador says, how will you know they're impersonating? For instance, which one of these Spider-Man deserves the blue check? I love Jeremy so much. We need to support him. We need to go and... Oh, he's so cool. He had an announcement that I've been waiting for him to announce, but he hasn't announced it yet. Let's see if I can get him on the podcast. Twitter added 1.6 million daily active users this past week. Another all-time high. Ma heckin' man. Mr. B says, I wonder what YouTube's daily actives is. Elon Musk says, let's see what happens when Twitter offers good video with higher compensation for creators. I have more followers on Twitter than I do on YouTube. That's actually really dope. That's actually really cool. Whatever. Omi Panda says, hello, Rashi, Dashi, and Phantom. Dashi, we love the Dashi. Dashi is my homie. And I might at some point, oh my god, I didn't want to do this. Message on City Street on the boulevard. Sorry. Joseph says, we need a Memphis City of the VeVeVerse to all put the DGen mid NFTs in. I'm sure we will. Darth Chaos says it looks like a great indie game I could play on my Switch. Yeah, dude. I apparently Pokemon is a little buggy. Like if you're far enough away from somebody, they're walking like that. But then once you get close, they go, then they're normal. Um, Primate has a evolution, and I cannot wait to play. I can't. I've been so busy. I'll get the game early next year. I just been very. I'm gonna be busy for like through the rest of for like the next two months. It's insane. Jesus, yeah. I'll get it probably next year, and I'm gonna take like a week, and that's all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna big glass of vodka, and I'm just gonna play Pokemon for like 3 days straight. It's gonna be great. TH says, "Hey Randy, Decon looks like a blast. Wish I could have made it. Also sad I missed the gold and silver logo holder items. Hope to make the next event. VeVeVerse looks crazy. It totally does. But yeah, Darth Chaos. I really hope that it's not just for Mac and PC. I hope that it is for tablet as well. I'll play that all day. I will. That's gonna be the only game I could picture it being because it's 2D side scroller. Why not? Yeah, VeVeVerse looks good. TH, I'm super excited. But yes, I hope you can make the next one. DW bought another million OMI today. You're at 6 million. My man, get that bread. Very happy for you. I'll check Gaming's laughing. Bill Gardner says, Randy, what up, Bill Gardner? Chico Marega says, hi, Randy. Have you noticed on OKX millions and millions of OMI on sale? Yes. Yes, I have. I get stuff sent to me all the time. Bill Gardner says, big E2 droid and rating announcement. So yeah, some things that I have not really covered this too much at all. I've been meaning to. There's a couple of different things that we've seen. One, Shane was wearing a World of Warcraft t-shirt when he was doing the deep dive. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. If Earth 2 had partnered with World of Warcraft, oh my god, my back. In some way, that could be huge. Not just for the land, which obviously land will go to the heckin' moon, but also for, oh my god, my back. But also for Essence and Jewels. After that video, Jewels pretty much doubled. Went from like 7 to 14 cents. I think it's down to like 12 cents now, so I'll check that. But yeah, the price of Jewels literally doubled. It went nuts. I'm gonna go and see what we got here. See what the prices of them are. My resources. I'm gonna go to the bazaar. Yeah, they're 13 cents now. They were literally like 6 or 7 cents the other day. They're 13 cents now. It's wild, man. It's absolutely bananas. So obviously me having thousands of tiles, having the Chaveztopia, link down below for that. Link down below for the Earth 2 game, link down below to my referral code and to Chaveztopia as well. I'm very excited where Earth 2 is gonna go. And I also have 40,000 essence. So I get offers all the time. Like hold on. But they're like, a lot of times they're bad offers. Like this $102 piece of land. And someone's like, give you $15 for it. No, decline that. That's silly. But every now and then, some people decide to be like, you know what? Yeah, and they go and they take these like crappy offers. So there are deals to be had. By all means, do the offers. If you do the offers, then they'll, it might work. So like I said, I'm very, very bullish on it. And what else was said? Enjoyed the rating announcement. I don't know too much about that. I would have to go and actually take a deep dive into that and talk about it. I was just really prepared to talk about the amount of that the jewels were worth and what Essence next year, because Binance like the only that's gonna be the place to go. Essence will probably be a couple dollars, because again, like, this is why I'm happy Earth 2 didn't spend millions or tens of millions of dollars getting Essence listed. It's because if they did, then let's say they chose FTX, which was considered a safe bet. And what was the string that like unraveled the sweater that was FTX? I don't know. Maybe someone smarter than me could look into it and figure it out. I haven't really looked into it. But I think Shane's smart enough to know or smell when something's funny or off, because if they would have gone and done a bunch of these exchanges, the token would be in the crapper. Like, people were giving a lot of crap to Shane for that, but obviously they were wrong. Shane was right. Which is also why I'm glad we didn't have a bunch of exchanges as well for OMI token. I think that we might get a couple of smaller ones next year. I think we'd really want to wait for this bear market to go. I mean, the only thing that I could think of why we would have some bigger exchanges is because if Bit4x goes down, we don't have a lot of liquidity left. Forex goes down. What we have, like Bitmart, we have like a bunch of really small ones, then we have OKX, and then we have AscendX. Like who knows? Like, these are small exchanges. If the big ones are getting wrecked, it's possible that smaller ones get wrecked too. But yeah, I don't see KuCoin going anywhere. Granted, nobody saw FTX going anywhere, but KuCoin, Kraken, Crypto.com, and then obviously Coinbase and Binance. I really would rather them wait for Coinbase and Binance for like another year at least, but who knows? It's possible that this time next year we have them, or at least one. Yeah. Anywho, moving on. Matt Mars is Randy. Do you think 120 editions decon drop that just dropped yesterday is a good hodl? All right, hold on. Let's take a look. Crazy. First off, let me take a look at. Okay, I'm sorry. Is it a decon drop from yesterday? It was 120. Oh, was that the Brett Crawford? Yes. Yeah, it was the Brett Crawford. Yeah. 100. I think I just went over that later in the video. Yeah, 100%. I think. Now, if I had $600 outside of the VeVe app, and I said, in order to get this, I had to put $600 into the VeVe app, no, I would just buy OMI. If you just had 600 extra gems, like, what do I buy? Then yeah. I think that particular one, that Brett Crawford then I think that's fine. I think that's fine to get. If it was, yeah, and it'll I think do well long term. Justin says GTA 6 VeVeVerse competitor. I mean, GTA 5 sold. I think that was one of the most pre-ordered video games like ever. Maybe like a Halo or like a Fallout. No, GTA 5 was just. GTA 6 would be nuts. And the thing is, they're only. This is what I really love. They're only going to need to advertise this once. Because every other time that they do it, it's just going to be a continuation of it. It's just going to be, hey, it's the same game, but we're going to do some DLC. We're going to add something to the metaverse. So when you have something like that, again, what do you pay for something? You really only have to do the R&D. You really only have to do the research development. You don't only have to do the advertising. You only have to do this once. Why? Let's say for the iPhone. I think the first iPhone, Apple had spent $3.6 billion on. Well, what about the next iPhone? What about the last iPhone? What happens with a lot of these major companies, let's say like Tesla or Apple, is they spend a large amount of money. I think Tesla spent $25 billion on their R&D for whatever the first car was. They do a high performance, high car with a good margins, and then they use the profits from that car to fund the R&D for the next car. And then they do that for the next car. I'm like Mr. Krabs, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Same thing what Apple did. They spent $3.6 billion in today's dollars. So it is inflation adjusted. And that's what they did for the iPhone. And then the i2, the i3, So why this is important, I really should just do a video on this, is because when you have someone like Zuckerberg, who had spent about $16 billion already on this and is going to move to $25 billion next year, like per year, is going to sustain that for a while. You're looking at the end of the decade, him spending $250 billion. Let me repeat that once more. Take $1 trillion, cut it into 4 quarters. It's going to take one of those 4 quarters of $1 trillion and spend that on the metaverse. What type of returns is he expecting? how big. I know it's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar business. Nobody else knows that yet. The only other person that seems to know that might not even be David and Dan. The only other person that seems to think that the metaverse will be a multi-trillion-dollar industry is maybe Cathie Wood and Mark Zuckerberg. Now, obviously, anyone with a metaverse is going to be able to. You're seeing it right now with NFT project. Oh, you have an NFT project? Let me throw you $1 million. Oh, you have an idea for an NFT? Like, I saw this at NFT NYC, where my hip, where people are proud. They're like, it's like that scene in The Big Short where they're asking them about, do you deny any of these mortgage lenders? Do you deny any of these people trying to get mortgages? Like, deny? If I write a loan on Friday, gets done on Monday by Monday lunch. And they're like, wait, why are they confessing? Bro, they're not confessing. They're bragging on how they're like getting away with this stuff. When you have, oh God, what was my thought? What was my original? I went too fast, too quick. Oh yeah, so I saw at NFT NYC, people were not ashamed that they only had $1 or $2 million to sustain a NFT project that didn't have a working product. I would love to have been in that boardroom, to been in that pitch meeting where somebody says like, yeah, we have this thing called bat protein where you get, 10,000 different types of bats. It's all the same bat. It's all one bat, but one has a funny earring and one has a funny hat and one, 1% of them will have protein shakes. So you have 100 of them that'll have different types of proteins, like whatever. That's what all of these NFT projects were. And it's so freaking stupid, most of them. Now, I'm not going to lie. I could do something with that bat protein thing. Not 10,000 of them. I think that's a little ridiculous number, because what do you get when you get 10,000 of something? Yeah, the goal would be to like sell out and be able to get, but you're not going to get mass market that way. You're never going to be able to appeal to millions of people when you only have 10,000 of a product. Why VeVe is so good is because they might have 10,000 or 30,000 of this one thing, but they have hundreds of other things that also have thousands or hundreds of things. So it's not just, they have like over 7 million tokens. They have over 7 million of these NFTs on their platform so far. That's how you get mass out. That's how you get 50 to 100 million people. Because God, we're so freaking early. But yeah, all of these people, an NFT project, were happy about raising $1 to $2 million, trying to get me to work for them. Like, oh yeah, totally come and because they knew I was wearing my VeVe shirt there. They knew who VeVe was. Like, oh, you cover for VeVe? And then that what in reality, let's say you have a dev that's making $250,000. Let's say you have two devs, so you have $500,000. All right, that's $500,000 gone. So if you only have $1 million, half your funds are going to devs for 1 year with no product. This is insane. How silly that I bet you I could do that, and anyone can do that. I back in the day when I saw my first Lifetime movie and then my second and my third, I thought these are all the same. These are easy. I was like 12, 14 years old, and I could do a much better job at writing one of these hit Lifetime movies. I saw the same thing with Tumblr, and then I saw see the same thing now. I could go and pitch my bat protein idea to a bunch of investors, say like, oh, I've done X, Y, and Z with Pokemon High Risk Lending. I know markets, and I know NFTs because I've been covering the biggest NFT project, for the past 2 years. And this is my idea on how to do it the right way, learning from their mistakes. And I guarantee I could raise $10 million with that. And now that I'm thinking, do that, raise that, just buy a bunch of OMI, give investors all the money back. I wouldn't do that, but it's wild that the lack of education in a lot of VCs, or the lack of education, a lot of people, anyone with like a couple $1 million is just going to be like, yo, let me put 100K into this. Maybe it doesn't go anywhere, but maybe it 20X's. That's how a lot of these guys think. They put in, out of $1 million, they put in 100 grand in 10 different projects, or 50 grand into 20 different projects, thinking that a lot of them they'll lose money on, some of them they'll break even, but they think that 1 or 2 of those is just going to rocket like a 20X and take care of all the other losses and then some. I know this is how they think because that's how classic investing works. When you don't you don't do what I do. You don't put all of your money into one thing knowing that it's going to skyrocket, because what if it doesn't? That's what you do. You put 5% of what you're willing to lose into 20 different projects, and that's it. You know, maybe you put like slightly more into something else, but that's what they do. So there are going to be companies that are going to make a bunch of money by accident. There's going to be a bunch of companies that are at NFT NYC that maybe make a bunch of money by accident. But again, what type of return is Zuckerberg expecting for $250 billion? For $250 billion, that's what he's going to spend. You know, by the end of the decade. What can we expect to get if we get 1% of that? Let's say Metaverse with 10 trillion. Let's say Metaverse is worth 2 trillion. Let's say multi-trillion. Let's say 2 trillion, right? Let's say Zuckerberg can max only 8x his return. But let's say it's $2 trillion market cap. Okay, well 10% of that is 200 billion. 1% of that is 2 billion. So just on the Metaverse alone, the VeVeVerse would maybe get 20 billion. Sorry, 20 billion. So at 20 billion, that's a lot of freaking. It's a lot of freaking money, just on their Metaverse. Not including what that would do for the token. Not including what that would do for the VeVe NFTs. That. Oh my god, I don't have enough OMI. I don't have enough OMI. I'm gonna. I gotta go and y'all want me to lower my pricing? Oh, I don't want to lower my pricing. I'm already the cheapest by $2,500. I'm already the cheapest by $2,500. I'm sorry, not $2,500. $250. I really, really, really don't want to lower that anymore, but I feel like I might have to because I really need more OMI. This is insane. I'm talking myself. All right, remove this listing. I'm talking myself into less money because I need to buy more OMI, because this is insane. This is stupid. So I'm gonna sell this in market now for 35 hundo. So this is the floor, and this is now $300 less than the next cheapest one. So somebody go buy that. Moving on. Palace Zachary Roy's. What's up, everybody? What's up, Zachary Roy? Maxwell says beer money will hit 50 million OMI on Wednesday, baby. Let's get this bread, dude. I'm so happy for you. So happy for you, Maxwell. You should be very proud. It's a lot. Palace Zachary Roy says this weekend has made me want more physical collectibles. Bear bricks have my heart right now. Oh, congrats, brother. Yeah, I would. If I had more than just this room that I'm in, I would get more collectibles. Looking at my Todd Batman and my Bane statue, like, should I sell them? No, I can't. Those are gifts. Yeah, I can't wait to get some more Pokemon cards in the future. It's gonna be dope. TA says the Deadpool truck is cheap. Yeah, maybe I should just get one of those, because I do expect the collectibles to go up first, because we're gonna have crypto pay-in next month. Probably within the next 4 to 5 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, we get crypto pay-in. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I was hearing. Yep. Okay, I'm sorry. Moving on here. I don't have a ton of this. Oh, actually, I have a little bit of PayPal that I got this weekend. So not a ton. But. Oh, I really don't have it. I don't have it. I shouldn't do it. I should do it. You ever feel like a misfit? Inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different. Alright, I'm gonna get another like 200,000 OMI tomorrow. I'm gonna start sucking. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Can't say that. Okay, moving on here. Sorry about that. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the Deadpool is really shit. So I do expect a lot of the. Ooh, I do expect a lot of the collectibles to go up before OMI because again, crypto pay-in. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. I mean, but I really want to lock in the OMI now. Now, this knowing that we're at 000 is what 75. We can go to 00069 and we comment nice down below with the 69. We can go to 65. We can go 0005. I that's so low. I doubt it, but that is possible. I mean, what going to if we 10x from here, that is not even where we were last year. Forget all-time high at 1.2 cents. 10x from here is not even where we were last year. I'm sorry, this year at all, because the max we reached was 0.008 something. Yeah, that's insane. It says Marvel comic NFTs don't even reach 2% of the in real life cost. That's true. That's true. In real life cost is ridiculously huge. And here's 2 whales have destroyed OMI. One has been, who's the other? I mean, we don't know. We don't know who they are. It's very unlikely that those people would liquidate here, but you know, who knows? Dylan said, "What's the burn wallet at?" Oh god, I don't even know. Can we find out? We can find out, right? We can find out. Well, let's take a look at some of the gem purchases first. I actually haven't done this in a while. Well, we burned 250,000 OMI on the 13th, so that's pretty insane. But let's see what we got here. Gem purchases. 455, 60, 670. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've had about $1 million in gem purchases this past week. We have burned 76 billion OMI, almost 77 billion OMI. God, that's insane. We burned almost about 77 billion OMI. That's wild. Amount of gems bought, 391 million. We have spent 300. That's insane. 391 million gems have been bought. Wild. Let's take a look at what is the OMI burn? OMI burn wallet? Because I know it's like, oh, OMI tracker? Yeah, token.vv.me. Oh, it says 69 billion. So that's weird. That says 69 billion. Oh, nice, down below 69. Oh wow, a bunch of it was Immutable X layer 2. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure why one says one and one says the other. So that's really interesting. Anyway, moving on here. Now Guitar says, which tricks painting set 30 gems? Which tricks? Wait, what is which tricks? Let me know. Keep me posted. JV says, MetaMask on GoChain. Meow, meow, meow. Red Hot Snacks says, Bear Bricks had a line the whole day. Didn't get a chance to get there. Oh, wow. There's a lot. Again, some people go crazy. Like, again, David has, what, 3 different warehouses for a lot of his collectibles? So nuts. No Metal Guitars is Dr. Doom, first 2099 Spidey. All right, let's see. Oh, somebody says Atlantic City is a perfect place for Wang. For Wang? Oh, ha 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 ha. Let's go and let me suck. Oh god, this is horrible. What was I saying? What were we doing before? Okay, Dr. Doom versus 2099 Spidey. Ooh, that's a good one. Because this is not the normal Spider-Man that we're thinking of. We're thinking of... Let me think on that a minute. We'll go to the Dr. Doom first. Father of Valeria Doom. He's the first Marvel villain. Actually, no, he's not. I'm sorry. Wait, Red Skull is the first Marvel villain. Yeah. But Doctor Doom, okay, so an ultra rare was 4,999. Yeah, 4,999. So really 49.09 because I keep 90. Only 54 of them. There's only barely over 1%. That's on there. He's $170. That's really oh, Sarah Austin just tweeted. She doesn't tweet a lot anymore. Going to Mario Novels, upcoming space. Oh, okay, gotcha. Might have to follow her on there at some point. Yeah, this is cheap. And the floor is not razor thin, but it's, you spend, I don't know, $1,800 and suddenly it goes from $170 to $209. And then the floor starts to get, spend another $2,200. Then it goes from $209 to $285. So then it gets, if you buy down the first 20, people are gonna, it might go back down to maybe not 170, but it might go back down to 200 after that. Yeah, that's again, nobody's seen a good Doctor Doom. That nobody has seen a good Doctor Doom villain in the MCU or played anywhere. Like, we've had these crappy versions over the last couple decades, but we haven't had a good one, and we're gonna have a good one. It's Marvel. It's the first family. But that being said, talking to Spatty99, who's really not as big a character. I mean, how many people here, raise of hands, knew who Miguel O'Hara was before this? So few people. Part of the reason is because I think he's the first secret rare, right? Yeah, he's the first secret rare of the Mighties. And then after that, we started getting more secret rares. Because it was Howard, yeah, Deadpool the Duck was one. Then we had, was it Beta Ray? Yeah, Beta Ray Bill's the other one from Thor. And then now the secret rare is going to be Black Panther. Probably Shuri Black Panther, but we're not sure yet. But the first one was with Miguel O'Hara, and it was what? Yeah, it was 2,099 or 2009 because you take 90 away editions of it, and there's 1.5%, almost 2%, and that's a 349. So if the popularity was the same, it was a really big if the popularity was the same, we're about 40% of the other one as far as appearances. So we should be, if we're 60% off, we should be 40% more, or sorry, 50% more than that, than the Doctor Doom. So if the Doctor Doom was 170, so I do 170 times 1.5, you're looking at 255. But he's not, he's more expensive. He's 349. And that's if they were the same popularity, which they're not. Doctor Doom is much, much more popular. So I would say Doctor Doom would be is not as properly rated. I think is either Doctor Doom is properly rated and Miguel O'Hara is overrated, or Miguel O'Hara is properly rated and Doctor Doom is undervalued. Either way, I would go with Doctor Doom. That's if I had the choice. You could do two Doctor Doom or one Miguel O'Hara, because one Doctor Doom is 170 and the Miguel O'Hara is, what is it, 340 almost? Yeah, 349. So I would actually get two Doctor Doom, and then as that goes up, I would sell one. But yeah, that's what I would do right now. I'm gonna go and all right. There we go. Chico Murray goes, is it possible to see OMI at 4 zeros? Probably not. And I'll be good to get Mr. Pags on your stream to talk about OMI again. I don't know when he goes in. I hope he's bought some. I mean, no telling where the bottom is. Could be 0005, could be lower, but it should be fairly close. Let's see what Bitcoin's at. I mean, I don't know. Bitcoin's still like over 16, 18? I don't know. Let's see where we're at here. 15.8. So yeah, it's down a couple percent over the last day and maybe 5% over the last 7 days, but really a lot of people want to see it between 12.5 and 14, give or take, and it's just not yet. So I think one more thing causes to capitulate, and then hopefully we'll be able to get that done. And then once we do that, then we can go up. The time, oh, people saying bullish. The in means builders can create their space. Yes, correct. They can build games. All right, hold on one second. Okay, so I have a buddy of mine that says, he sees him live, so I don't know if he expected me to read this, but I'm going to read it anyway. VeVeVerse, he's so bullish on the VeVeVerse. Open NFT in means builders can create their space, not just hang NFTs on their wall. They can build games, casinos, oh god, there we go. They can build games, casinos, shops, businesses, whatever. Was anyone else talking about this? Methinks builders will create games and businesses that burn OMI. It's crazy to think what builders will do with their spaces. And a buddy of his are likely to... Oh, I don't know if I can say that. Ooh. Hello, friendo. Yes. Others had mentioned it in passing. I'll do a video on it tomorrow. It's true, I will do a video on that tomorrow. Not lying. Thanks for the shout out. See you too, buddy. All right, got it. Oh, he got that verified check mark before they took it away. I want the verified check mark too. Maybe one day. Someday. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean 0005. I mean, who knows? If we go down below this support line, let's see what we're at. These prices are insane. Oh, and I accidentally hit something in Telegram. So whoever just messaged me in Telegram and it says I looked at it and didn't answer, I didn't actually look at it. I just had to click away real quick. Oh my god, 000733. This is wild. All right, come on. Will somebody buy this heckin' VeVe silver logo? Ah, it's $300. Oh, I can't put it for 34.5. That'd be nuts. That'd be madness. But let's see. 34.50 times point. So it's 2.5. It's 975. I get 3,300 out of that times point. Let's say 8.9. Say 10. Oh, I get about 29.93 out of there into the account, and then I would do what? I would, and then I'd buy $2,000. Nah, maybe $1,000 with OMI. Maybe $1,400. I don't know. We'll keep y'all posted. MBZ says, what's happened to the fridge, Randy? No more room? Oh, I do not have room in my room, unfortunately. Well, it says, nice planned fall at the bar. This was not a planned fall. This was me being very, very inebriated and being pushed. It was VeVe Fambam. She's the perpetrator here. I'm the victim. The victim. Yes, that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Moving on. G8 says, you're probably right about the potential airdrop for Lincoln, since the glam on the drop shows a purple-looking board in the background. I think so, too. Jerry Klaus says, TA doesn't work for anything anymore. I think it works for some things. Probably most things. But that's just me. Empty Hero says, that whale just combined all his sell orders into one, so 1.33 billion sell order at 000735. Undercut the other whale. Oh, only price instantly dropped. Oh. JJ says, what needs to happen for you to stop focusing on VeVe and maybe look at other projects? I mean, I look at other projects all the time. It's just none of them are as good, or not. I don't want to say none of them are as good. None of them have the same ROI opportunity that OMI has. Ow. And then also VeVe is just fun. Like it's just that's just it. VeVe is fun, and then the family's amazing. Like the community is unlike any other I've been a part of, with the exception of maybe the military. Earth 2 had it a little bit, but the military is a different thing. That was like our lives are just all shit together. Excuse my language. and it's all sucking together, and it's, misery loves company. With this though, everyone's like nobody at decon at any of the parties were just like, oh man, my my vault value's down. No, everyone was super happy. They're just to see each other, just be like, oh, I love you guys, like, because we know this is it. Like we know this is the only time that we're going to be able to do this, and it still be relatively manageable. Like where we're still able to go, and I'm sure we rented out that bowling alley. I don't think there was anyone there that wasn't um I don't think that there was anyone there that wasn't VeVe fan. The Dave and Buster's that we had the night before, there was probably other people there, but was there? I don't even know. Um, by this time next year, that's going to get even bigger. Everyone that's buying down here now will have made a good amount on their money. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be insane. So me saying that, and also what if I might get a little bit of money if I go and if I sell that logo and I sell some other things. I will probably, that particular, anything over 150, I'll just trade. Like anything over 150 million, I'll just trade. Like I'll buy it now or in December and then sell it like in January when we go up a little bit, or February. Just because this is actually not just inconvenient; it actually is dangerous if I have so little money. Because then, like, what if? Excuse me. Like, what if like I'm stranded somewhere? It's like, oh God, I need to change a tire, or I need to go and get an emergency Uber ride somewhere, and you don't have money in your account. It kind of gets dangerous. So in January, I'll probably go and sell a little bit just for the trade. If it doubles, like, okay, give me a couple grand back. And then obviously taxes. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so I look at other projects all the time. It's just none of the other companies have anywhere near as good an ROI as the OMI token. So yeah. Drake Cloud says Musk isn't even an engineer. Yes, he is. Says UPenn is not an engineer. Okay, he's an engineer. I didn't go to school for finance, but I was a finance. I know I say it all the time. I actually am a financial advisor. Like that's what I did. Um, like again, school does not necessarily equate intelligence, nor does age, equate to maturity. I had done business with people that went to Ivy League schools, and I made as much or more than them, and I was definitely better at my job than a bunch of them. Or well, I want to say that a bunch of people, some of the other people that I had my competition out there, and other people. That's yeah. Anyway, Willow Kid says, "Will VeVe ever allow us to cash out with less than 1K on balance?" I mean, I'm sure. I think the reason why we're not allowed to right now really does just have to do with bots. I think they want to make it harder for the bots to cash out. So you have KYC, you have the gem thing, but again, VeVe's flush with cash. Like if everyone wanted to run and sell everything and cash out right now, that they could. VeVe could handle that no problem. So I think the 1,000 gem thing doesn't have anything to do with anything like that. I think it just has to do with trying to really combat bots. Or it could be you need a minimum for that because of a certain law somewhere. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that will at some point. It could take years. I don't know. Derek Cloud says, Must doesn't talk like an engineer. This is the most fascinating idea. Must a self-taught engineer. Google it. This is better than most other engineers. I mean, just because you're self-taught doesn't mean you're not as good. A lot of times it does mean you're a bit better. Again, I would much rather take a veterinarian technician with 5 to 8 years experience over a licensed veterinary technician that just got out of school. Like again, just because you went to school for something does not make you good at it. Like I said, I would much rather have an unlicensed veterinary technician work on my animal at the animal hospital for whatever, as opposed to a newly licensed technician that went to school for 2 years. Like why? Because experience matters, and what you do matters. It does not matter where you went to school. If you are good at your job or better at your job than someone else, then you're just better. So yeah, moving on. What says, how long will triple zeros for OMI last? That's hard. I mean, nobody really knows. I mean, again, if we get one more forced capitulation and we get down to like 13K, whatever, we can go 0005. I don't know, but again, this is also on the heels of like at least one person, but maybe two, that's just been trying to sell billions of tokens, and they are selling billions of tokens. Billions have been bought. But yeah, like a lot, a lot more. So let me go and, whoa, I never meant to brag. Oh, I got it. Sorry. I would say, yeah, that's what I would say. Oh man, I would only get like 2,900 out of that. Let's see what else the real Randy Chavez could sell. So I'd probably take out all the, yeah. I mean, nothing's really worth a ton though. Most things that I have, I don't want to sell my golden moments. I don't want to sell my villain series. I want to sell my Ghostbuster card. I don't want to sell my Aston Martin. I don't want to sell my Triumph motorcycle. Oh, by the way, I got a couple of these No Time to Die poster sets. I got the 3, the 4, and the 5. Like, there's No Time to Die poster set. This is just one of them. And it's $13. $13.49. And it's a full set. For this. Like, that's stupid. That's stupid. No Time to Die. All right, the other poster set. $19 for one. And $9.89. So it's 19. So it's less than 30. It's $29 for that set. So yeah, a bunch of these are stupid cheap. But I don't really have anything that's worth a ton to be able to really sell. Honestly, I really want to sell these Lokis because this would be. I would much rather sell 11 Lokis as opposed to one of my VeVe logos, but the Lokis are they're still the scarcest Marvel secret rare. They're still the scarcest one of those, but again, I've told people I wouldn't sell these. Like they're 374. Oh god, I have 18 of them. Aldous Havley with Super Chat, Randy. Was there a mention of physical drops for VeVe logo holders? Yeah, so you're able to go and I was able to get a shirt, I was able to get a pin, and then I was able to get that said 3 or it said the number that you had. So I took Wendy Stibalis and VeVe Vibes with me as my +1s, 1 +2s, because I had 3 logos. So one I had the number 41, which the shirt didn't matter. Like the shirt doesn't have the number, but you get a little pin thing that you can put on your shirt. So and David said the shirt is gonna have utility as well. Like David legit said, like the shirt will have utility on top of utility. I don't know what that means, but I'm very, very curious to see what that is. But you should be able to get that on the next con. But yeah, there'll be more physical drops for your logo as well. And there will be more utility that's not yet announced. I asked David, like, hey, aren't we supposed to have another announcement for this? And David said, yeah, we don't want people to FOMO in, so we'll get you we'll say it another day. I was like, okay. I thought they mentioned that was coming at some point, not this con. Yeah, it was. So I had I did not sleep a lot this weekend. I came back and I slept most of the day. I rested. I'll do laundry tomorrow. I'll show you all my shirt at some point. But yeah, there is. They did have that, and then they had the Frankenfat drop as well. Where they gave you a free serial killer. It's called Frankenfat. It was a gold and silver Frankenfat. So that was cool. Yeah. Moving on. Where was I after that? Beer money, mash. Jim Austin says, "What do you think of the DC comic drop tomorrow?" I don't know what it is. Obviously for DC, like what they do at VeVe, you cannot drop grails every single time. I don't know what it's going to be. I know it's not a grail though. I think it's something that was made like this year or last year or something. And I think Batcals, I don't know. No, they didn't get a reservation. They got I think that cow holders are able to read it before it comes out. Oh, so good. So Bat Cows obviously continues to get utility, but I mean that particular comic is not a grail. I'm not really bullish on. No, it says I rejected you rejected my offer on Earth 2. I was trolling you. Oh, I don't wait. What's your thing on Earth 2? I forget. I forget your name on Earth 2. Let me know. It's not Nomad. No, it's definitely not Nomad. Mark Hyun says, and Cavell knows it's going to be multi-trade. Okay, so we have Kathy Wood, we have me, we have Mark Zuckerberg, and Cavell Anderson that knows the metaverse is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry. That's true. And DeHero says, wasn't crypto paying this month? It was a priority this month, but it'll. Reese had said it would be like a broad spectrum, either end of this month or middle of next month, depending on delays, whatever. It is a holiday, this weekend, so I really don't expect much to get done. But I do expect, yeah, I'm home by my birthday. My birthday is December 15th, and I will go and, okay, I gotta sneeze. Huh. Okay, now we're good. We're good. So hopefully by my birthday, by the 15th of December, we'll be able to get. Excuse me. What's a jingle? Oh, all right. I was something I was supposed to do on the 15th, but it's my birthday. I'm not doing it. Yeah. So that would be. I would assume by that point. So let's say 1, 2, 3. I would say within 4 weeks we'll get crypto pay in. Noah Guitar says, we just got news Jim Cramer's calling for an S&P 500 rally in December. Sell everything now. Sell all. It's so strange how someone that's supposed to be good for you or good for that is just always consistently wrong. It is wild. Noah says, which tricks is the best painting on VeVe? It's from its Designacon. Which tricks? Okay, who's the artist on that? All right, let's take a look at the which tricks. It's from this Designacon, right? So we have Tristan Eaton, the Vice Lord. Alison Bamcat, Ryan McPherson, VeVeVerse, Roji, Scott Torson. I'm not seeing it. Hold on. Brands. Let me go to Designacon, all the brands, and I'll take a look from right there. Okay. All right, so we have Designacon 2021. Maybe it's from there. Mighty Jacks, just a cartoon, Monkey King, Illusion. So you have Tara McPherson. Called the Witch Tricks. Jim Food. This is called Poplift Print. Okay. Oh, dude, Brian Veros with the Cat Trooper. The Cat Trooper, that just looks so good. But it's called, Cat Trooper Black and White. This one's just us. I don't see a. Maybe it's in 2022. It's a painting, you said, right? It's not Camille Rose Garcia, right? Oh, Camille Rose Garcia. Yeah, I do have that. That's a really good one. But it was sold for $45 and now, it's only $29. It's only $30. Yeah, what did I pay for mine? Let's see. Because maybe I didn't pay that much for it. Yeah, I paid $32.50 for mine. So yeah, that's actually really good too. I didn't think it was that cheap. It's a really cool painting. It's a really cool NFT. I don't know why that's so cheap. But yeah, I forgot I had that. I have it clearly, but it's not yeah, some people don't like it for whatever reason. They can go heck themselves. Move on. Gabriel Jordan says, non-diluted market cap for OMI just went below 200 million. Saying concerned they sold 391 million worth of gems so far. I don't think it's below 200 million. Maybe it is. Let's check. 73273. Okay, so 3273 times 310. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, it's not. It's 227 million. Yeah, it's not. It's not under that. It's $227 million market cap. Bill Gardner says, hello, K said it probably will go to 0006, and the only resistance level is 0002. I don't think it goes to that. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's 0002 is very, very low. Tony says, hey, Randy, I have the gold and silver VeVe logo, but no airdrop of the gold and silver Frankenfat. There's something specific I had to do in order to get it. Yeah, you had to go to them and they gave you something and they gave you a code and the code you could redeem it. Yeah, I'll just have it says you got to be there in person. JB says Justin did send. I did not get any. Get no what? Justin says no credit card is wild to me. If sometimes it takes a minute for the go chain, you have to. It takes a little while. Yeah, no credit card is wild. Manon says, bought any Polygon yet, Randy? Thoughts on Bob Iger back, Disney's Metaverse? I think Polygon's great. Earth 2's on Polygon. There's a Polygon version of OMI. Brahma Blockchain uses Polygon for the NFTs. For Feesh, the airdrops. I like Polygon, but I do not think that it has a better ROI than OMI will. I think if you buy some Polygon now, I think in 3 years you're going to make a lot of money. I think you'll make infinitely more with OMI. But that's, again, I don't dislike Polygon. I'm quite bullish on him. Thoughts on Bob Iger coming back? I think most every single person I talk to is very, very bullish on that. Most people that I talked to really did not like Chapek. And everyone was pretty excited. And even for the Disney content in general, I watch everything that Marvel puts out. But a lot of it's really lackluster. A lot of it is really like woke. A lot of it is, I mean, you don't want to be fighting the U.S. government. Like, I don't care the fact that Disney will survive and thrive and win, but you just don't, why pick a fight with the U.S. government? That is the stupidest freaking thing. I think, yeah, that's dumb. Even though it's not the government, it's not the federal government, do not pick a fight in the state that you reside in Florida. Do not do that. That is dumb. That is dumb. I think DeSantis is wrong to try to fight Disney because you don't want to fight Disney. I understand you want to make a name for yourself and you want to be president, whatever. Don't fight Disney. And I like DeSantis. Bun. Hi, Bun. Bun, you constantly paw on my door and then you run away from me. I just want to love her. Little bunny my friend has. Yeah, I like DeSantis. I like a lot of the things that he's done for the state, but like, why pick a fight with Disney? That was probably one of the dumbest things I think he's ever done. And I like him, and he just Aldous says Justin. Does says what's up, Monarch? What's up, Aldous? Aldous giving me those thumbs up. Monarch says Justin, what's up, my guy? Alice Havley, thank you for super chats. Did you talk about Bob Iger replacing Chapek? I kind of just was. That's the thing that I was answering. Yeah, like I said, everyone that I talked to is super bullish. And it's not like I took a poll of like 8,000 different people. I just talked. I talked to 3 people actually 4 people that I knew that knows Disney better than I do, and 3 out of 4 of them was like, yes, great, perfect. And one person said that yeah, that they thought it was good. It's just that the one person that thought it was good was just like, might be too late. She was just like, she loves Disney and she was just so quite beside herself. My friend Megan, not the Megan I live with, a different Megan. She was just like beside herself with like, oh, I love Disney, but you know, a lot of the stuff I really don't like they've been doing lately. And it's like, but I'm still a Disney girl. But she was having like this crisis, as you know, as one of her identities. And then she's like, no, I think it'll be good, but I hope it's not too late. I was like, no, girl, it's just a question. She wrote this essay. But everyone else was super pumped. And she was happy about it, but she was like really distraught about where Disney's gone. Which, again, do I not like some of the things that they've done? Sure, but for the most part, they're still Disney, and they still, I think, like really cool stuff. But I would not be surprised if Iger, who's responsible for bringing Star Wars, Marvel, like everything, I would not be surprised if he actually goes and tries to buy VeVe, because now it makes sense. Now it wouldn't make sense to buy VeVe last year or the year before or this year, because they had a lot of things going. They were on this no-name Go chain. You know, they were on this crap version. Now they're on Immutable X, which is layer 2 of Ethereum. You know, eventually you'll probably get a layer 3 of Ethereum, but it makes sense because now that they have cash out, they're about to have crypto pay in. They're going to have crypto cash out at some point, probably next year. There so many little steps have been unlocked, and so many different things have gone on, and You know, the boxes have been checked off and marked off, that I'm very, very excited about what VeVe's doing. And I could imagine that with Bob Iger, let's say he looked at this a few years ago, he gets to look right now at it like, wow, you guys made a lot of improvements. I could picture him actually making an offer for VeVe. Maybe not right now. Maybe once crypto pay-in is enabled, or maybe once, crypto cash out is enabled. Maybe maybe once they finish out this year, I could picture him making an offer on VeVe. Will Dan and Dave sell? Probably not. I doubt it. I mean, unless he's offering them like 10 billion each. 10 million each, I might do it, but again, they're not going to do that. Not for this, not right now. I don't. I think VeVe will be worth much more than that one day, but not right now. Is the thoughts on Iger's Disney sticking with VeVe? Yeah, I'm pretty bullish on that, just because again, that's what you go. And what I'm really hoping is that Bob Iger he chooses to, because he had helped work with Genie a little bit, and Genie has those avatars. I think they're working with Meta, but I think you could do both. I think he could say like, okay, well, Disney's VeVeVerse, wherever they are, if you want to use them, you could use Genie, or you could use the ones from Ready Player Me, which VeVe has access to, that they enabled. So I think he'll do both, as long as the quality is like the same, as long as they're whatever. I think that's fine. But also, I don't care what your relationship was, at least with Genie. Genie is not making Disney money. VeVe is making Disney money. You go with who's, and it's not like they're making you, like they're going to be making you a lot of money. And this is, they're responsible for Disney's success in NFTs. Well, Disney would have been successful either way. No, they wouldn't. Lamborghini is a very successful car company. What did their NFTs do? They did crap. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, one of the most popular nostalgic brands ever from the 80s and 90s. What did their NFTs do on wax? Crap. Like just because you're an amazing company does not mean your NFTs will do well. I just gave 2 examples, and those NFTs are god awful. These NFTs that are, again, the first appearance of Green Lantern on the blockchain is selling for like $1 on Hero. #what? It's stupid. That's silly. Why? Because every other company, like the Lord of the Rings NFTs, not good. All these other companies are going and they're saying, hey, we have a big fandom, let's make NFTs. And that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is to go to a place that has a lot of people that are into NFTs, and then bring those people to the fandom. Do not bring the fandom to the NFTs. Bring the people that are into NFTs to the fandom. That is the way. Somebody clip that. Anyway, so I'm very, very bullish on Bob Iger continuing the relationship with VeVe. Now, obviously, is it going to be, now that Bob Iger's back, VeVe's going to be infinitely better because of that? No, I think he might speed up the trajectory in which VeVe's going, and the way the relationship was going, and maybe make it even tighter knit. I mean, how much closer can the relationship get? I mean, I guess Disney could offer to buy into VeVe. If they can't buy VeVe in general, might be able to say like, okay, well, can we buy like 1% of your company, 2% of your company, or something like that? Maybe David and Dan would be open to that, like maybe. But again, if you do that, you might scare away other, you might scare away other people that don't want to be controlled by Disney, if that makes sense. It says, I assume he was involved in the original deal. I assume he was as well. I mean, it might not have been. I mean, he might have had to sign off on it, but I don't think, just because Disney, parts of Disney or parts of Marvel, parts of Star Wars, that just because they have deals with other things doesn't mean Bob Iger is involved in or signs off on everything. He could have other people sign off for, and he could just not know about it if it's a small deal. But VeVe's obviously a big deal. I'm sure he'll know certain things. I'm sure he'll be privy to a lot of information, and I'm sure he's very, very happy the way things are going. Again, that's, well, at least with VeVe. Obviously, the company as a whole is the reason they bought him back. But yeah, where was I? Monarchs is Justin, my guy, and yeah, Aldous, thanks for the other super chat. As I mentioned, the physical drops, the VeVe logos. Again, that was the shirt. That was the thing on the shirt, and then you'll get more for that in the future. So you can get it at the next con. Oh yeah. Mono says, what's everybody buying in this crypto winter? Looks like we're in for a long one too. I've just been buying some Mighties. Ooh, I got a text message. Ooh, a couple of text messages. Tabs on this comic. Looks like I can do more with ROI with gems. Okay. Disregard, that was a different one. Real shop. Oh, that's so dope. Oh, that's so dope. Buddy of mine bought some comics, but oh, that's so cool. While I was in Cali, a friend had bought some. God, he bought a Star Wars number 12, CGC 9.8, Luke Skywalker Imperial Stormtrooper outfit. That's pretty legit. Oh, Ahsoka Tano. Oh my God, wait. So this is Marvel number 4, variant edition. Says Star Wars Han Solo and Chewbacca. Choose your destiny with Ahsoka Tano. Oh, he's got the dude. He's so. Oh my goodness. Another one with one with Darth Vader, where you have Darth Sidious on the cover. I don't know if he didn't say that I could hold these. One with Kylo Ren. Oh, these are so sweet. Ooh, Deadpool. And a taco. Deadpool nerdy 30-1. Oh, he got this signed? Clayton Queen, right? How much? Oh wow, how much is that Deadpool one? Signed one is dope. And I don't know what this is. This is a Marvel Zombies Resurrection. Oh. Sorry. I'm just nerding out here. It's X23, right? Yeah, maybe. Okay, moving on. Yes, the crypto. I've been just Mighties and just cheap sets, because when David said that MCP is going to be tied, oh, that was only 300. Sounds like a good deal because of the signature. Signatura. But yeah, like a lot of the stuff in here is cheap. So when David said that acquiring land will be tied to the to MCP, to the Master Collector program, I mean, yeah, collect what you like. You know, that's always like the safest thing. But also, I don't know. At this point, collecting cheap sets just because they're cheap, it makes sense. Because you get those MCP points for it. They do stack. They do stack every day. So I'm happy. I'm happy that I was able to go and get a bunch of sets for really cheap. I don't know if I'll really get. I might get one. I might get one more if that logo sells. But for the most part, because Marvel Mighties are probably going to have like 6 Marvel Mighties sets next year, I really, really, really want to go and save for that. Honestly, if Pokemon comes out, like if they go and they say we have Pokemon, things are going to go to 0, but my God, things are going to be stupid cheap. And yeah, moving on. Sleeping Comics says, "Hey Randy, Sleeping, my bae. I hope you're doing well. Oh my God, it was so nice to see Sleeping this weekend. We had a nice intimate conversation. We had he's just a bro, man. I just want to like chill and talk to him forever. I feel like the conversation I had with Sleeping this weekend was very similar to the conversations that I had. Like, I remember me and my friends. I remember one friend one day. We were just sitting at this park that we used to go to. It was called I won't say the name of the park, but it was a park we used to go to when we were kids. It was right across the street from him, and we were sitting on the swings, and we both kind of felt that we were too old for the park, but we were also like, we weren't like playing or whatever. We were just like hanging out. And it was like, hey, like it was changing. Like things in our lives were changing, and the conversation me and Sleepin had was we still have like this kid like sense of wonder that I don't think me and Sleepin will ever get rid of, just because of who we are. But also like the big heckin' moves that mean it's wild, it's insane, and I feel like Sleepin is very, very reserved and quiet about things, and I feel like on the opposite end where I'm a little bit more loud and a little bit more not as humble. I'm a little bit more braggy. Do not sleep on sleeping comics. You know, there's a reason why every time I say that there's a comic that I don't know much about, or there's like, go ask sleeping comics or comics and crypto. Um, Sleeping is very, very smart. And yeah, anywho, moving on. Justin says OMI. Gonna get more? Gonna get more? Bill Gardner says ADA, OMI. Yep, they're good. They're good. Matt Mara says the drop tomorrow. Ow. For DC is a grail. It goes for it is a grail. Okay, maybe there was another one I was thinking of that maybe it was last week that wasn't a grail. I'm sorry. If the one for tomorrow for DC is a grail, goes for 100K top piece, and it came out a long time ago, then yeah. Then get that bread. Smurf Dab says I got a good feeling that Bitcoin will drop between 12K and 10K. What's your low numbers on OMI if that happens? Oh, I don't know, man. I think I've read that 00065 was kind of their support line. Fall below that, I don't know. Again, a lot of this is just really from one or two people that are really selling hard. Yeah. Bill Gardner says CRO is good too. They also just announced their Metaverse. Hold on, I got these free girl chats here that I gotta report for the explicit. I got hiccups. Material. Remove. Okay, cool beans. So we'll go back to Smurf Dabs for a minute and have him say, yeah, I don't know if it goes below 0005, maybe 0005. But again, I don't know. It's really anyone's guess, and it's also a guess how quickly do we bounce up from there. You know, how do these people that are clearly looking to sell, and for what reasons? Why are they looking to sell at these prices right now? Maybe they got caught in the FTX debacle. They need to liquidate, and they need to get some. They need to get some of their monies. You know. But yeah, CRO. Yeah, just the Metaverse. Everyone and their sister is going to announce a Metaverse, and which ones are going to be good, which ones are going to be bad. There's really no way of knowing right now which ones are going to make it or not. Right, as soon as I entered the shop, it is. Ooh, I can see why. Great artwork. I can see why. Great deal. Let me take a look at something real quick on the YouTube. At least on the YouTube studio. Actually, what I should have been doing since before, which I did not do, but I could use your help with right now. Is I'm going to go and ask everyone to smash that like button right there. It's a free way to help support the channel. Thanks, guys. Okay. Moving on here. Okay, Reese just tweeted. So VeVe Fanbam says watching David Yoon and Comey Reese, Frank Oz and Jermaine Rogers, and then Reese says that OMI hat. Good times. I love reporting on Reese's dealings and findings and stuff. Oh, it wasn't too bad yesterday. All right, cool beans. It was kind of bad. We have some comments. One says, need that bat signal and Batmobile. Let's go. Ooh, yeah, so David did confirm that the bat signal and the Batmobile will be coming to VeVe. Cannot wait for that. Super pumped. Moving on. Yeah, so I have liked CRO in the past. CRO announcing Metaverse, cool, but again, CVS filed for their Metaverse. What does that even mean? I don't know. I don't know what that means for them. I don't know what that means for Metaverse at large. Like, again, in the same way that Metaverses by themselves will make money on accident. Oh my god, my back. Oh, my other back. I would just bet on IP. Because at least IP, you know that's a big draw. When everybody has a Metaverse, it's not really a big draw. Will it help a good company do better? It can. It's like, okay, well, you need a website. Even if the website isn't going to be the greatest website in the world that everyone's going to go to, no. But it's just easier to do business. Why? Because instead of tying up your phone line or doing it in person, it's easier to go through a website. Why? I think metaverses will be necessities after a while. oh yeah, just go to our metaverse and go there. We have these training videos. Okay, let's say for a bank, let's say like Citibank. If you don't want to go to these, this whole thing needs to be clipped. I gotta I gotta try to clip it at some point. So if you go to a bank and you try to call it and say like, hey, why is my, let's say it's freezing out, you don't have a car or whatever, why is my card acting up? Like I had the same thing in what was it, in California, where for whatever reason the hotel, it needed to put up $400 hold on my card. Fine, whatever. Hey, your card got declined. What? Why did the card get declined? Okay, because I was traveling. It took like 12 minutes for me to go and call the bank, for them not to answer, and then I get transferred to this person. I get transferred to this person. Finally, speak to somebody. Oh, one, I couldn't. Everything was automated. I couldn't do anything. Um, Tell my story to somebody. They say, hey, we're going to transfer you to this department. They'll help you out. Okay. Tell my story again. They ask a bunch of questions, same thing the last person did. Okay, cool. And then what happened? It finally worked. Instead of doing that, and especially if you're in America and you're speaking with people that heavy, heavy, thick accents. And, thankfully, I do a fairly decent job at understanding people when they have heavy, thick accents. A lot of other people don't. It would be much easier if they had a metaverse, or they had a place like, oh, go here, and it has a visual aid of showing you what to do, what's your issue. It would be so much better if they did that. And then they could, because it doesn't tie up their phone lines. And then what do you do? When AI, humans can only do so good at coding and programming AI. Eventually, when you have enough data that's out there, and what the amount of, I think, sensors on microchip are, they double every 2 years, but the cost of it gets cut in half every 2 years. That's Moore's law. That is what's going to say eventually, as we program AI, and as the more data that's out there, the AI is going to be able to code for itself, and it is going to code in a way that humans will not be able to. It's going to code something that humans would not have thought of, because it's the one that's writing its own code, which is wild when you think about it. Everything is going to get so good so quickly. Remember that movie, Brooks Was Here, so was Red. Oh my God, what the heck is that movie? Shawshank Redemption, where Brooks at the end is like, oh, the world went and got itself in a hurry. I saw an automobile once when I was a kid. Now they're everywhere. That's what it's going to be like in the next 20 years. Everyone's going to have a metaverse. Everyone's going to have a thing. So just because you have a metaverse, I don't think that's going to mean you're, going to be successful. But if you have something that's already successful and they add a metaverse to it and they're early, yes, it could help. People get there because they're curious. But just because somebody has, the IP, I think is super, that supersedes not all, but most other things. Right now. Smurf Dab sits up sleeping. Meow. Monarch NFT says, for me, it's Polygon, Ethereum, and OMI. For the win! To the moon! To the moon! Hang on one second. Spaces, possibilities about, yep. So, unfortunately, for whatever reason, got into, so I won't say who it is, but I got into spaces one day, and this one dude just cursed me out. Hang on one second. For no reason, and I was like, yeah, heck this. No love between us. Ha 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 ha. But we'll make a video on that in the future. I like these long form videos because I could just get my thoughts out and I could go and answer a text and I could do whatever. A little bit better for me. Bill Garner says market drops every 4 years for Bitcoin 85%ish, so 85% from 69K, puts us around 10K or less, possibly 8K. everything is probably going to drop another 45%. I'm going to get Cardano at 0.015 to 0.25. All right, from 0.15 to 0.25. Yeah, a lot of times that has happened. I do think this time, without the manipulation, it wouldn't have dropped that much. But yeah, with this manipulation, I mean, again, we've had war, we've had a giant exchange collapse. Like, there's a lot that has been thrown at. We've had, Luna come back crashing down. There's been a lot that's been thrown at us in this. Plus, we have a recession on top of that. Next 4 years, I don't expect that. I don't expect there to be a threat of World War III. I don't expect exchanges to collapse, and I don't expect random cryptos at number 6 in the world to collapse, and I don't expect a recession. I think the next time we have a bear market, it's not going to be this bad, and I don't see that 85% shit. But again, I didn't see that this time, so yeah, who knows. And thank you, Alice Havley, for the super chat. I didn't talk about Iger replacing Chapek. Yeah, I'll answer it again just because, you pay me, you get to answer twice. Thoughts, Iger doesn't sing with you. Yeah, I think Iger coming to Disney on the whole is general net positive for Disney, but then I could picture him being like, oh, this is nice. Worst case scenario, I think that he just leaves us alone and allows us to keep doing our thing. One of the better cases would be him saying, hey, double down and do more and want 100% more of this VeVe, and then we really go to it. Assuming he was involved in the original deal, I actually don't know. Who knows? Okay. Excuse me. Smurf Dab, same Hero Bill Gardner. Smurf Dab says, anyone pick up on CRO that dip wish, but picked up a little bit off OMI? Off that dip, wish I did, but picked a little bit off. No, I didn't. I think it's just all OMI for me. Justin says, what, Mike? What? All right, almost caught up here. Monarch says, just heard the news. Disney's wait time for the rides are going up nasty. I think this Disney Metaverse will be bigger than any other historical transition for an amusement park. I hope so. Leonard Eisen says, hi, Randy. Yeah. Google Blob says, hey, Randy. When will gems be convertible to OMI? I don't know. Price prediction for next summer. Google Blob. I mean, you'll be able. I mean, yeah. I guess if you can cash out crypto. I don't know. I don't know if you'll have that for OMI, because you will be able to cash out crypto, but it doesn't mean you'll be able to cash out an OMI. What you will be able to do though is you'll be able to sell your stuff for OMI. Like, have an alligator Loki, you could sell it for gems, or you could sell it for OMI. So instead of, yeah. So I think you just do that. You just sell your stuff directly for OMI instead of selling for gems and then cashing out for OMI. Just sell for OMI. Joe says 1984 Batmobile will be zesty. Nice word. K-Vax says, I'm Randy. You were a millionaire not long ago. I was a millionaire early this year. I got hacked so hard. Mars says, totally forgot. We were still getting Michael Keaton's 1994 Batman and the Flash movie too. Is that still happening? I hope it is. What's this? Sell the Lokis slowly. Do you know what type of crap I would get for selling these Lokis? I can't wait to burn these now. I can't, like, it wouldn't be worth the headache to sell the Lokis, even though I should. Hold on a second here. Oh, very good. All right, moving on. Oh, no. Oh, snap. Come to a macaroni party and we'll take a nap. Oh, snap. Sorry. Moving on. 1989. Yeah, 1989. No, that's what you meant. K-Back says, OMI will reach 4 zeros. Everyone says that every single bear market, and we still proceed to drop 95 on alts and 85% on Bitcoin. I think we've already dropped 95% on alts. Let's take a look-see. Zero, okay. Dropping 95% from where we were would be 0.0043. So we would not see 4 zeros if that's true. Monarch says, I don't think we will see any upwards moves till we get some kind of crypto bill, especially after the FTX news. I do expect this to go up, but again, it's just everything is pounding on us at one point right now. So it's what's happening. Dustin says, Liddy. Monica says, people are pulling out their funds like crazy right now. There's another buying opportunity, though. Agreed. People be crazy. Dustin says, OMI just shot up one time. I mean, I only shot up a couple times. You know, we've been up and down quite a lot. We're down 6.66% today. After refresh, now it's only 5.63, which is fine. That's fine. I'm still buying down here. Still buying. Oh, you think you got it? Can't wait to sell this OMI, or can't wait to sell this VeVe logo. NFT Hero says, not many buy orders for OMI at this level. Sad to see. It looks like 0003 could happen. And if what KVAC says is true, when we do the 95% from where we were, it's 0043. 0003 could happen as well. It's very possible. We can see. Oh, I got a lot of notifications on the Facebook. I don't know if I want to do it. Well, let's go, the group. Yeah, everyone congratulating me on my Alcon interview. Thank you. Far too kind. Can't wait. ZT says, hi Randy, what do you think? What do you think it is a good dollar cost average for OMI? I mean, I'm buying here, so and I'm buying here knowing it could go to 0005 or 4. Like, you know, I don't know where it goes. You know, it could at 0.0014. I was buying, saying, knowing that it could be cut in half, and since that point, we've kind of been cut in half. I could say that again, and that'd be 0.375 or 000375. So I mean, who knows? Again, the market cap does get very increasingly low at those levels, and you know, a lot of my bears had really fed over the last couple weeks, buying at 0009, buying at 001, buying at like some 0085, and now it's like, okay, if it drops maybe to like 0006 or 00, then they'll feed again. But you know, again, they already put well over $1 billion, probably over 2 billion OMI into their accounts. So yeah, they got a lot. But I'm buying here. Michael Zillian says, Randy, we're finally on the road down to 0005. Are we ready to sell our bodies? I'm ready, man. I'll do what needs to be done. Empty Hero says, I'm surprised that more people are not buying at this level. I mean, a lot, like, if I had money, I'd buy more. I do not have any more money. Michael Zillian says, what are the whales doing for OMI right now at these levels? I mean, again, they did just buy, like, very, very recently, and a lot. Like I said, hundreds of thousands of dollars and multiple billions of OMI at that price. Between like 0085 and 001. Now, again, if it goes down to 0006, 0005, they'll definitely feed again. I don't know if they will, or I don't know if they are right now. Maybe they are, I'm just not telling. You know, who knows? Mono says the burns though. That burns. Okay, back. Waiting for quad 095. Like I said, I don't think we get there, but you know, who knows? I would hate for you to be waiting for a number that's never going to come. All right, logo sold. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking get that bread. I love this game. Now that that's sold, I still have 2 left. I could sell one of them. That 41, I don't think I'll ever sell. Where was I? Okay, I got a bunch of things to do here before I can. Let's freaking go. Crazy, I just can't see. So excited. So we're going to go to app.vivid.me. It's going to make me go to my desktop site. I'm going to log in. Email. Password. It's going to have me do a thing. Okay. Oh, okay. I will not read your text. Hey. I'm gonna go to profile. Oh God, I forget how to cash out? Maybe if I go to gem balance. Nope, gem balance does not. I can't do that. Okay, hold on. I can do this. I can do this. Maybe I can't do this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, pay out. I guess I'll do a enter an amount to pay out. Payout type. International bank transfer, I guess. Maybe this one. I acknowledge. I hit next. Another 6 digital thing code going to be sent to my account. Okay, I'll do it. I'm not happy about it. Okay, 216. Okay. Ooh, I will receive. Okay. Well, it's in process. I'm going to receive a little bit, just under the 3K mark. Put another 1,000 in. I'll be getting 150 million OMI before the end of next week, because it does take a little while to get to. So yeah, that'll be pretty dope. I'm pretty excited for that. Huzzah! All right, where is okay? So now that I have 300 gems, meow meow meow. Because I had, oh, should I sell the other one? Should I sell the other one? I shouldn't. I shouldn't sell the other one, but maybe I should. Comment down. We should have a thing whether I should. I only have. Oh, okay, man. So the number 41 I obviously have, and the number 490 is the other one. The number 490 is actually, that was only owned by me. The number 41 and the 490 I bought from someone, and that is only owed. I only have, I think. Oh god, I have to see what I have to pay him. I forget how much I have left on it. Bargain on all your special needs. I really have to check. Questions. I actually don't know how much it was. I think I have 2,100 left on it. Anyway, so I bought it from a guy that hadn't redeemed it yet. So I have that one, the number 490, I think would be worth more because it only had one owner. That owner's me. I would say, yeah. I mean, if I were to sell it, this would be at like maybe a 45. I don't know. Maybe a 40. This is a very thin floor. 37, 42. Then all right, so the 42 to 49, there's 5 of them in there. Then it goes to 5, then it goes to 7, 8, 4, 8, 8, 10, and then it goes crazy. Yeah, it's wild. Now again, I believe these VeVe Gold and Silver logos they'll be well over 20K next bull market. If not well into the tens of thousands of dollars. But again, a 10x from OMI. I think a 10x in OMI is going to happen a lot. I think the NFTs in general will go up first. You know, as OMI stays down here, then I think OMI goes up, but then obviously OMI I think outperforms all at some point. But these logos are dope AF. Okay, cool beans. But I should buy something, right? $315. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Now where was I? More people not buying at this level. Well, I'm buying at this level. The burns though. Monarch says holidays, bro. NFT here. Yeah, holidays. Holidays are rough. K-Back says sell to grab more OMI. Easy life. Maybe I'll sell some other stuff in the future. I don't know. Season Curly says boom shakalaka, Randy. Thank you for putting in these long hours to keep us updated with the whole world melting down. VeVe keeps bringing it. I hold for very long term. Yes, me too. Let's just check IGDM. All right, Wesser. I'll check the IGDM. Hey, Randy. Oh, somebody just purchased my. Oh, okay. So, fortunately, only gave out one shirt, one thing per logo, as I had others with me too. What's that called? So be advised, I only have one of each because I had others with me to redeem. Others with me to redeem. Only have one. I only have one. Okay. Moving on now. And here's the Monarch. Very interesting. Could be. I hope you are right. This is pertaining to your logo. Gotcha. Jorge Allen says, I could have 40 million OMI if I buy today what I spent a year ago. If I were to save everything from last year and sell it right now, like if I didn't put a little over $500,000 in, and I put it in right now, oh God, I don't know. I'd have over $500 million OMI. Yeah, it'd be nuts. Boo says cash out only on web app. Yes, correct. Only on web app. Okay, Vex says rip Jorge. I don't know who Jorge is. But rip. All right, so that's what we also got to talk about. We got to talk about Jason David Frank, who's the Green Ranger, who had unfortunately passed away. Big part of all, and then Kevin Conroy as well. Like that. Absolutely, I've said it before. My favorite Batman, like the voice, just it's him. It's like he's just like, when I think of Batman, I think of Batman the animated series and Justice League Batman. That's what I grew up with. Yeah, love Christian Bale. Yeah, I like Ben Affleck. I will not talk about that skinny piece of poop that just did Batman dirty recently. But yeah, Kevin Conroy as Batman. Like, what's one of my favorite lines? If you don't see the potential misuse of an out-of-control Justice League, I don't belong here. Like, he's just, oh God, he's so good. And anything that he says is just in that deep voice. I think he was actually also the older Batman in Batman Beyond. Like, I'm not complaining. Like, he's just so good. That's what years, like when he's talking to Terry about Venom, or not about Venom, about Bane, when he's on the Venom. He's like, that's what years on the stuff will do to you. I've made it my business to know what he's up to. Like, it's so heckin' good. And then Jason David Frank, Green Ranger, hero. I'm gonna get a protein shake real quick because oh God, my back. Okay, my body. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Here we go. Okay. That was good. Where was I? NFT Heroes is literally 33% of OKX OMI holdings. It's a one whale that is selling. Interesting. Mark says, no doubt. It's the holidays, and most big buyers are waiting to hear what the Feds will do about the whole FTX news. We get a bill passed, and we're on for an even bigger bull run. We'll see what happens with it. And Mars, hey Randy, I have 5A gems, liquid to invest. What do I buy? OMI or VeVe NFTs? Well, I just sold a VeVe golden logo, which I'm extraordinarily bullish on. And I cashed that out to buy OMI. I would say that's what I did. Now, I've also bought several sets over the last week. I think last week I had not even 50 sets. Now I have 58 sets. So I bought a lot of cheap stuff. But I also selling a lot of stuff for OMI because I need to get more. Oh, thank you. I got a muggle. Thank you. I can't believe I got Elcon. Can't believe I got getting him on the podcast. This is great. Professionally, I'm doing very, very well. Unprofessionally in my life, it is a little bit different. But yes, professionally, I'm doing quite well. Very, very excited. Moving on. Okay, so what did I say? Yeah, 5K. So if I were to spend something, if I were to spend more inside VeVe, it would be cheap sets because the MCP points, I believe, are going to be good for. Again, David said that's going to be tied to acquiring land in the VeVeVerse. So I think cheap sets are really good. And then what after that? After those cheap sets, just OMI. Yeah, collect what you like, but if it depends if you have enough money and be like, hey, I'm kind of retired anyway, then just buy what you like. If you want MCP points, get those cheap sets. If you want OMI, then get OMI. Yeah, that's again, that's what I'm doing. Monarch says, but honestly, I feel like we are about to hit a lot more FUD than ever before anything good happens. That's possible. I mean, you know why? If you go and you do that, then you have a sure, get me cheaper OMI, and I'll sell another. Get me. I doubt we get to 4 zeros, but if we do, I'll buy more. I'll if we get to 4 zeros, I will sell my Lokis, and then I'll buy a whole bunch more. I'll buy a whole bunch more. I doubt we get that though. NFT here says at Monarch NFT regulation FUD. Do you think that's possible? Monarch says no doubt. Wes says, what about the gold, silver, frankenfat? I'd like to gift that to I Help Society. Where do I know I Help Society from? And I mean, I really didn't want to help, or I didn't want to, hold on, I Help Society. I really didn't want to sell that that frankenfat one. I Help Society? So, what is the, I'm sure I've seen that name before. Hold on. The latest. Where is I Help Society? Well, I know I've seen that before, and for whatever reason, I can't find the. Okay, hold on. All right, let's see what I Help Society is about. It says VeVeVerse goes hard, and it's just is a fun statute. I Help Society says, I think I should do a voiceover screen recording to put my thoughts into better words. Most of you can't handle my 1 or 2 lines of criticism on VeVe because you are way too overinvested and new. But the truth is to what I say on all my tweets. So the VeVeVerse is basically spatial I/O. Looks cool, I guess. I'll have an army of frankenfats at my place. You are all welcome. Seeing VeVeVerse changed my life. What is the average age of a VeVeVerse official user? I'm in the 25 to 32 category, but many people are in the 32 to 39%, and 17% are 40 plus. You guys don't even like frankenfat. Yeah, I hope Side's got a lot, but I mean, it's you know, them's the breaks, unfortunately. Again, I only have one, so I can't. I don't think I'd be able to sell. Bill Gardner says cheap sets and rare comics under $8. True. MT Hero says he's the gem seller. Oh, okay. What says I hope Side is over 1,200 frankenfats. I feel he deserves gold frankenfat. I mean, the $300 and buy one. Michael Zellian says, Randy, were there any whale groups you met with this weekend at Decon? If so, were there any new sentiments brewing amongst each other you could share in relation to VeVe's progress? Yeah, I can go into that a little bit. So let me show you a photo here. Where's my photo at? I gotta go to Facebook. Gotta get the photo of Facebook. I posted it was last week, but not too long ago. So let me read the caption first. It says, had a really good meeting with my friend BJ, who's next to me, David Yu, CEO of VeVe, and the artist Gary Baseman. To say I'm bullish on VeVe and their OMI token would be an understatement. So obviously, okay. There's me, there's my friend BJ, there's Gary Baseman, and there's David Yu, and there's Toby. So BJ's a buddy of mine who I'll actually be seeing next week as well. And he is part of a whale group that I'm in. Again, the reason why I was at that lunch is not because I'm so important that they wanted to have lunch with me. It's that our friend Ernie, me and my friend BJ, he bought Gary Baseman's 1 of 1 art, and we got to go to lunch for that. And he was able to take 3 other people. So he's going to take his brother-in-law, he's going to take BJ, and he was going to take me. Unfortunately, Ernie and his brother-in-law had a crazy, insane family emergency that had happened like the day of or the day before, like the day before that lunch. So he had to reschedule, and David said he'd reschedule with them as well, so he could have his lunch with them. But me and BJ still went in his place to be able to go get some things, and BJ has he is part of that whale group. They have been buying tons. They've got a lot of OMI, and the sentiment wasn't. It's not. Oh, hey, are you worried? No, like we know the company. Like it's solid. The math is solid. Every single thing that we do is solid. Again, the low OMI price. Sorry, my friends are going to bed. I gotta light it down a little bit. The low OMI price does not affect their revenue, which is great. Like they again had 1 million in gem sales this last week, and guess what? The 1 million in gem sales happened to go and was not affected by the fact that OMI went down 50% over the last few weeks. It was not affected by that, so we're good. When you have something like, some people that know it's a solid project and this is just a temporary thing, that's it. I mean, what do we get when we 00073, right? So we'll do 735, right? Let's do 75 to make the math easier. we 100x when we get to 7.5 cents. 200x is 15 cents. It's possible we 400x next bull market at 30 cents. Taps is very different. Taps thinks we only get to about 4 cents, but we've had conversations on that left and right. But whales, for the most part, they're not worried. It's just the conversation that me and BJ had with David and Gary, who's there. It was more. If anyone remembers that episode of Ruby, RWBY, where Professor Ozpin is talking to General Ironwood and says, General Ironwood, I think he calls him his first name, I forget his first name, says, General Ironwood, you bought an army to my city. And General Ironwood's like, yeah, and Ozpin's like, use it. What we had said is, hey, listen, we are not just investors, we are not just a face on YouTube or whatever. Like we can help with anything that you need. One person can't know everyone. Certainly, we in our group don't know, but we can help VeVe with whatever it needs. Use us. And that was it. I mean, it was just a saying like, hey, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Why would I not use any of my, they say, oh, hey, it would be really great if we get the military to do this. Okay, cool. Let me call contacts in there. It'd be really great if you got this business owner from wherever you're from to go do this. Okay, cool, do it. I have a network of business owners, and so does BJ. And we're already doing what we can to really spread the word of VeVe. But I didn't put my life savings in there, and then it was like, yeah, I'll let them handle the rest. No, I'm going to be helping every single step along the way. Other people that have spent millions of dollars, yeah, they're going to help along the way to protect that investment. Anyway, How was I? So that was the sentiments. NFT heroes as well. He used to. Now his account is restricted. Ah, probably restricted for the gem cells. Bill Garner says Namor's at 260. Yeah, so it's been floating. Namor's been floating in between 230 and 250. Oh, for the longest time. Sorry. It's been floating there for the longest time. And to see it break through that, now it would only go down to 230 for a little bit, then it would be bought up back up to the 250 mark. But now that it's 260, the next one is 260. Oh, it's Jimbo Lee Lingo. He's like, I met Jimbo Lee Lingo. Jimbo Lee Lingo is so cool. He's so chill. He's just like, he had this amazing sweatshirt. Jimbo Lee Lingo, I'm talking about you right now. But what really did it for me was when this is at like 200, 210, 220, there was sub 100s for like 250, 270. As it's gone up, those have been bought up, and now the cheapest sub 100 is 347. So that's interesting. And then it's 375, and then after that they go to 500. Why I thought that was interesting is because the gap had widened with this type of thing. Like, and this is only specific to Namor. I'll show you why. Let's go with Thor. Let's go with Odin, right? Odin ultra rare. So he's at $39, and we'll do a so he should be, let's say he's $40. He should be 160 for sub 100. There's one of them at 109, and everyone else is 197 and above. So outside of Golden Dragon selling his sub 100 for 109, everyone else is above that price point of 4x. Let's do it on another one. Let's do it on Deadpool. Dogpool is the ultra rare. Not a crazy popular character, even though he should be. He's $30. $29.99 say he's $30. So I think he should be 120 for sub 100 and above. I'm sorry, 111. 111. So it's pretty good. Every single one is about 4x, just under, but about 4x. But I think there should be one more. Okay, Spider-Man. Green Goblin is the ultra rare, right? So he's $80 for his ultra rare. His sub 100 should be 320. So let's just say, and it is $399. So that one's slightly over the 4x. So every single one of the ultra rares of these Mighties is 4x, except for Namor. So here's what I'm thinking. Either one of two things. Again, based on that, this should be $1,040. Now, clearly, these are not $1,040. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 of them that are below that. 2 of which are within, they're like within $115. They're 347, 375. So either the sub 100s on Namor are stupid undervalued, or the floor on Namor is overvalued. And I think that the Namor is slightly overvalued, not because of where it is right now, but because everyone needs Namor for the airdrop. Once the airdrop happens, I could picture this going to 180, 170, maybe 150 is kind of lower. But I will say that the other one that's most scarce is Beta Ray Bill at 1500 or 1410, and he's at 134. So I think this can drop to maybe 150 to 175, the Namor. But again, just because he is very important, not in just Black Panther, not just that movie. This is his first introduction. I guarantee you most people did not know who Namor was. Namor the Submariner is the leader of the Atlanteans. He wages war on Earth. You know, he's on the surface world. He's part of not only the Illuminati, but he's also part of the cabal of, Thanos' cabal. So he's got a very, 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 very big, major part to play in Secret Wars. He does in the comics. So even though short term he might be slightly overvalued, long term this mother flapper is going to be so important, and people are going to really, really love him. And also, in the movie, he's brown. In the movie, he's Mexican. So you are going to see some people that, oh, hey, like when I was younger, the only brown person I can think of is like maybe Bane. There weren't any brown superhero or anti-heroes. But when you have, and especially short, the dude is like 5'7". The dude in the movie is 5'7". Most superheroes, most supervillains, at least the way they're like 6 foot. They're tall. In superhero stuff. So not only when you see somebody that's brown, that is shorter in the movies, yeah, a lot of brown people are gonna go and get them. This brown person has 2 of them. Not because of that. It's just because airdrop and I see opportunity here, and I like the Marvies. I like the Mighties, but let's say Marvel Mighties get gamified. I'm not concerned with what's up, Kryptoni. I'm not concerned with the collectibles that were in the VeVeVerse. I'm curious why some collectibles were left out. Why would you take some of your biggest IP like Marvel and Disney and not put their NFTs in the VeVeVerse, at least in the demo? I think there's other demos that they aren't showing us that have that, and I think so short term, he might go down in December after the airdrop or whatever. But long term, I do think that is undervalued, and I do think the sub 100s are undervalued as well, super undervalued. Bill Gardner says, yeah, what's your overall thought on the VeVeVerse? Expecting different, seems like many other spaces that exist already, like spatial. Yeah, but that's the thing. Spatial is spatial with no, or not a lot of NFTs. It's definitely not licensed, because you can make like Kermit the Frog, you make like whatever, but in this, they are digitally licensed. Like, I think this took spatial and flipped it on its head. We're spatial, but better. Graphics are better than spatial. The IP is infinitely better than spatial. The user base that we have now is better than spatial. What did we have when Piccolo was fighting Frieza's 2nd or 3rd transformation? What happened? Krillin was comparing it. It's like, oh, the speed, the power, the endurance. He beats him. When Frieza transformed for the 2nd time into that giant thing that we saw, again, what happened? He completely outclassed Piccolo. Well, what happened in, what's happening now? We have the people, we have the community, we have the IP, and we have the graphics. We outclass spatial in a lot, and spatial's fun. Spatial's fun. But when VeVeVerse comes out, why would you hang in spatial when you can hang out in the VeVeVerse with all these other cool, amazing things, especially with the community? Yeah, good times. Mill Gardner says, like, spit. Yep. Kennedy's Amazing Adventure says, I know it's all speculation, but when do you think OMI token starts going back up? I think it starts going back up, yeah, next year. But it won't moon. It might not even moon until 2025. But yeah, Bitcoin halving happens, I think, Q2 of 2024, and I think we go up really, really high, or we start to go at the end of 2024. That's what I'm kind of thinking there. Sorry. Moving on. Yeah, let's say Bitcoin halving is in May of 2024. Alts might not move up until Q4 of 2024. So I would say we'll start moving up next year, end of next year, just because of the burn. But we'll move up a lot in 2024, 2025. Not says, Randy, who's dumping OMI tokens? Tinfoil Hat is telling us this is not natural. I think it's just someone that's getting liquidated. I think it's just someone that lost a lot of money in FTX, like probably tens of millions, if not more. And someone's just like, okay, I need to make up this money, I need to make, and so they're going to sell OMI, not because they want to, because they have to. That's the only thing that really makes sense right now. Because, why would you sell OMIs at these levels? It's dumb. This is stupid. Yeah. Moving on. Kryptoni says that OMI army hat looks good on you, Randy. Thanks for the love. Yeah. In the end of my last video, I said, oh, thanks for the hat, Kryptoni. Yeah, so it's is really good. Thank you so much for it. Had a lot of amazing gifts this past weekend, and super excited about them all. NFT Hero says, not a bot, it has to be Ben and Enzi. Who else can afford to dump at this level? I mean, you'd be surprised at how many people have billions of OMI. Most of the people that I know have billions of OMI are not dumping, but you'd be surprised that I know several that have billions, like plural. So yeah. As Planet Prophet says, hello fam. Hello. Planet Prophet says, not a bot says, don't think so, investigating. Top Bank Shot says, for real question, how does being a millionaire and not losing a lot of it make you feel mentally? Oh no, I did lose most of it. Do you wish you sold back then? I mean, now, yeah. When it was only down to like 0002, I'd be like, no, I'm glad I didn't sell. This way I tell everyone I'm in the same boat. You know, when you lose like 900,000 or $1 million, you know, if everyone else has lost like 10, 30, 50K, like I lost so much. Like, hey, well, I lost a lot more than you, and I'm okay. And at these levels, I'm still okay. It's still fine. You know, still worth the 6 figures, but it's, yeah, knowing that I would have $500 million OMI right now if I had sold and come, you know, you know, but them's the breaks. You know, it'll go back up. So do I think about it every now and then? Yeah, sure. But most people's energy, or at least my energy, is better spent on how to make more at this point. So I think it's high. He says, OMI to 00018 test and bounce up into bear, wait for 00018. I don't think we get to 00018, but you know, we'll see. Pumpkin says, maybe check wallet addresses before you speculate some person is selling because of FTX. Yeah, agreed. Some people should be speculating. I mean, it could be whoever, you know, it could be a lot. It could be a lot of people. FTX, there's like 35 people with 1 billion OMI. Yes. Damn, there's a ton. Yeah, there's a ton. Top Bank Shots, thanks for sharing. Hopefully it goes back and you get most of it back. I'll get more, plus a lot more. Out here says this guy is dumping 1.5 billion at least. Yeah. I mean, again, I think that it is somebody just getting liquidated. As I was saying, so David said he doesn't want to announce what's coming for VeVe Gold logo because he doesn't want people to FOMO. Yes, that is what he said this past weekend. Oh, so Gitcoin says, big news. You've witnessed the global impact of our quadratic funding rounds in the past. Many global institutions have taken note. We're excited to announce our first ever QF round on our new grants protocol in collaboration with UNICEF's Office of Innovation. Oh, that is pretty dope. For those of you that don't know, it's the children's rights organization. You know, they used to have a trick or treat for UNICEF type of deal. And why I read that is because Reese had retweeted it. Like, okay, it's interesting. Gitcoin has 129,000 followers. Is that interesting? Oh, Mr. MC1. An honor to treat and spend the afternoon with you. We're Silicone Secure. That's got a VeVe Golden logo. Yeah, there's a lot of really awesome people. I think was that Sparky, Dan, David, Mr. MC1, Magic, and Silicone. There's a bunch of cool peeps. Anywho, where was I? Michael Zenz, did you speak to David or Dan about legal compliance with OMI and digital collectibles in the U.S.? There was really no need, just because I'm pretty well aware and sure that the legal compliance is taken care of. So there's no need for me to speak on that. Empty Hero says like 15 people with that much. Oh, 1 point. I thought you said there was 35 people with 1 billion OMI. And you say there's 15. Interesting. Kennedy's Amazing Venture says Taps only thinks 4 cents. Yeah. Taps thinks that FTX crumbling and this entire bear market set us back one full bull cycle. So that's why he thinks 4 cents. Which is, I guess, possible. And also, you're still doing like a 30x from here, or a 40x. No, it's much more than that. 10x would be 7, 20x would be 1, 4, 40. That's still a 50x from here. So, you know. What says not many people have billions of OMI, just the founders, maybe a dozen or so people. Yeah, there's a few, so it doesn't have to be just one person. But I don't know who it is, so it's like it could be anyone. Anti-Hero says most of those people have never touched their wallets. It has to be organic with 1 billion. There's 35 people with 1 billion and 15 people with 1.5 billion. I mean, I don't think it has to be that, because out of the 15 people, there's still at least half that none of you have ever heard of. So, again, I don't know who it is. But I can tell you it's not 6 or 8 of the people that I know who have it. It's not that, or not. Yeah, it could be one of others. I don't know who it is. You could be right, but to say with utmost certainty that it is, like we just don't know. I'm gonna have Brock on my podcast in about 11 hours 45 minutes. Wish we knew. Yeah, I wish we knew for sure also. I wish we knew for sure as well. Should I go and get that? That last VeVe logo. I should sell it for a lot more, but I don't want to. Need to find the transfer to OKX. We should. Let me see something here real quick. Like I said, I'll have the Brock interview tomorrow. I'll do another video tomorrow. I'll go live tomorrow. My back is destroyed, so that's really all I'll be doing. And then I have a bunch of stuff going on the next week. Yeah, so I got 1, 2, Thanksgiving. I'll be live Thanksgiving. I'll be live Friday. I'll be live Friday, Saturday. I do have stuff to do Sunday and Monday, but I'll be back Tuesday for the Alcon podcast. And yeah, go over it. I love you. Pumpkin says, you don't equate a large amount of people who will be selling at a penny just to break even. Bots trading. What happens when founders start to sell, etc. How about those exchanges? LOL. May. So I do. I account a lot of the selling. I actually, when I do the accounts, when I go do the math, I don't account people selling until at least 1 cent. And then I calculate most of that there. Because a lot of people will be selling at, if they double their money, they'll sell there to 0015. So everyone will be selling all the way up. But let's say they don't, and let's say they all sell at like one. That's where I do a lot of my math, is at 1 and 2 cents, and on the way up, because again, some people just get out. But a lot of these people that have the billions of OMI, they're going to be going on and Pumpkin just deleted his message. So, but they are going to be going and doing, holding it for a long term. So yeah, this is. I don't think anyone really knows exactly how deep some of those people, that their pockets are, how much they've bought, how much they're currently buying, and not only that, but the NFTs that they have. You're always going to be able to buy OMI. You're not always going to be able to go and buy some of these NFTs. So if you go and you think that, yeah, I could buy some of these NFTs at a later date, maybe some you can, but some you will not. Some of these NFTs you will not be able to buy, especially Season 1 sub 100s. Said it before, I've said it again, I do not even think I have Season 1 sub 100s. NFT Hero says, peace. Sean Z's, what's your strategy for land redemption? Just have a bunch of OMI. and I'll just buy it with OMI. And then, MCP points as well, golden tickets, so I'll be staking OMI. So a lot of that stuff. Pumpkin says, told you to sell at a penny. Unfortunately, we didn't hit that level. Should have listened. Yeah, I mean, if I would have sold at $1 million, yeah, I'd be buying so much right now. But again, nobody has a crystal ball. We don't know. Autobot says, what? Yeah. Well, everyone, that do be me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I have Brock on in about 11 hours, 45 minutes, so I will catch y'all there, all right? Bye, guys.